What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday morning. Happy because it's football day. In just a couple hours, we're going to have NFL action once again for week 12. And we have no overseas game to interfere with our ability to communicate to you all the knowledge that we need in order to set winning lineups for week 12. So, full focus. It's about your fantasy team. That's all that matters, after all. So, I could get used to this, right? I could get used to no way early game that winds up usually being horrible, anyways, right?
Yes, I could definitely get used to this. I don't know why. Like, I do know why it is becoming a thing, but I'm not a fan. Not a fan of the early morning game.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. We don't have any more the rest of the season, right? Aren't we done with that?
Oh, are we? That would be nice, but something tells me we're not done with that.
Well, I don't know. You know, this
I
week's
hope you're. I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
yeah, maybe it's just wishful thinking. I do know this week that schedule will be different. You guys know Thanksgiving week is coming up, so look ahead. You're going to need to set your lineups way early with 3 games on Turkey Day and then a Friday game. It's going to be interesting. This is where it gets really interesting. But this week, just your typical. You got 4 teams on bye. You got a whole bunch of games on Sunday. So let's lock in and figure out what's going on. Now, there was a pretty long injury report, but there's a couple of big names that we don't really know if they were in or they're out. We got some news yesterday after we streamed. We got a little bit of news this morning, and there's still some names that we're not sure about. Let's just start with the one that I know we're going to have a million questions about, and we still don't know about Josh Jacobs. This is one of the it's been too long since we had one of these great, fun, pure game time decisions where it's going to go up to the last second, and this is one of your absolute best players that you really want to start if he plays, and yet you might get screwed if you leave him in your lineup. Or he could pull the T. Higgins special, which is like he plays but doesn't do anything, and it was just like all a big magic trick. So, what's the latest on Josh Jacobs?
Well, yep. The latest on Josh Jacobs is we probably won't know for a little under 90 minutes here when inactives come out. The good news is they do play in the early slate, so at least we will know right away. Not, it's not like they play tonight or Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football, which is even worse. So we will know that. Yeah, but there is risk here, right? I mean, I think there's risk now. Like, if he even does play, is he full go? Like, is he full health? I mean, I think for the most part, Josh Jacobs plays. I mean, unless you have really good options. Like, if I'm staring at, Josh Jacobs or Kyle Monungai, Josh Jacobs, Bayshal Tootin, those kind of guys, I'm rolling with Josh Jacobs and taking what he gives me. Now, if you have better options, maybe you can play it a little safer.
Yeah, that's my concern, which is very realistic, is that he plays, but then he gets like not even 10 carries, you know what I mean? And or it's like a timeshare with him and Wilson, because Wilson looked pretty good. He's been prepping, for first team. It's like, yeah, Jacobs played and you had him, but he gave you like 40 yards. It's like, yeah, maybe you should have played somebody else. But like you said, if it's like a Monungai, something like that, you might as well. So this is why we do what we do. You ask with Jacobs or whoever. We'll see. We'll decide. So we'll tell you what we would do if it was our decision. This one is a little easier. Now, we still don't know about Aaron Rodgers. Thought for sure he would miss with a slight break somewhere in his wrist, but his non-throwing hand, and he wants to play. I guess because he knows he doesn't have that many games left. But This doesn't really matter too much. I mean, but is he going to play?
Well, again, we don't know. This is another one that's coming right down to the wire here. Again, they do play the early slate, so we'll know. It sounds like he wants to play, but like the team doctors are like, hey, you shouldn't play. I don't know who wins that battle. I don't know how that battle's decided. I'm not in the NFL room. But I think this really only matters for like DK Metcalf, right? Like, I don't think this really, I really don't think this impacts anybody else in this. Like, nobody's starting Aaron Rodgers, right?
I really hope not. Some people ask about like the backfield and Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell. I don't think it matters too much for them either. Definitely doesn't matter for the tight ends at this point. So yeah, but what it's worth, we still don't know about Aaron Rodgers in case anybody asks. All right, here's what we do know. These guys are not playing. They are out. Joe Burrow, in case you missed it yesterday, they decided too soon, or they just want to prep him for next week. But yeah, Joe Burrow is not going to make his return. Bucky Irving still out. You already know Michael Penix Jr. done for the season. Drake London done for this week at least. Trey Benson and Amari DeMarcado are going to be out for the Cardinals, and so it looks like more Bam once again. And Marvin Harrison Jr. was ruled that way early in the week, so the Cardinals still pretty shorthanded on offense. So this still does make Michael Wilson viable. And then we got BTJ not coming back yet again. Jaden Reed not coming back yet. Isaiah Pacheco is out. Jackson Dart thought he might return, but he's still in concussion protocol. Dylan Gabriel still in concussion protocol, which means the first start for Shedeur Sanders. Now that we've had time to absorb and digest the fact that Sanders has been prepping first team and starting his first start, feel any more hopeful than you were earlier in the week?
I can't say I feel more hopeful. I'm hopeful. I guess it's the same word. I'm hopeful that it'll pull through, but I'm not going to find out in any of my fantasy lineups. I just think after what we saw last week, way too risky here. Way too risky. But I hope so. I really hope one of the major talking points, across the NFL on Monday morning, is Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel. Who should the Browns play the rest of the season? That's what I hope. Do I think that's going to happen? No. But that's what I hope.
Yeah, I would count on it, but you never know. We'll see what happens. You got time to actually be the guy to prep. So, David Njoku, by the way, he's not even on the injury report. He's full. He's good to go. And Rashad Bateman is out. So be ready for the random Tylan Wallace touchdown. And then these guys are playing. No questions about Jalen Warren. Darius Slayton is back for the Giants. Kayshon Boutte is going to be playing here. Daniel Jones, no questions. Bashal Tutin. Mike Gesicki returns for the Bengals. Almost as good as Joe Burrow. Alvin Kamara was cleared. He had been injury report later in the week. And Kenneth Walker. These were both our guys that we picked. And then, of course, then we start sweating because as soon as we say they're going to have big games, they get on the injury report randomly. But they're both expected to play. So it's good to go there. Mondre is back realistically. And again, I'm only asking because it's the Bengals.
Right.
I mean, is Mondre startable? Can you flex him? Do you think he's getting enough touches here? He's clear.
I think so. I mean, it's the Bengals. How many touches does he need? I don't think this is like Rico Chuba, where Ramondre Stevenson is only going to touch the ball 4 times the whole game. I think this is going to be maybe more like a 60-40. 55-45 type of split. I still think Henderson's definitely the guy you want because I want the guy who can rip off a 30-yard, 40-yard, 50-yard run versus the guy who's going to plot around for, 4 or 5 yards and maybe plunge into the end zone. But I certainly think Ramondre is flex worthy. Not a high-end flex, but if you need him.
Right. Exactly. This always comes down to who else you got. I mean, there's plenty of running backs I think I'd rather flex or receivers than Ramondre, but he's not the worst. I mean, he could do something. Don't feel that way about Chris Godwin. He's back. We're saying basically just avoid, right? Still just complete avoid.
Yeah, let's see. You want to put him on your bench, fine. But yeah, after what we saw earlier in the season, let's see it first.
Exactly. Xavier Worthy is clear. And finally, the player I know a lot of you have been waiting to return anxiously. It's Brenton Strange of the Jacksonville Jaguars. No? Did I have my notes wrong? Oh, well, that's fine.
You might have your notes
wrong. For what it's worth, Brenton Strange is back. Okay. That is the injury report for Week 12. And again, really the only question I think right now that you should care about is Jacobs, whether he's in or out. So we're going to monitor. Look, if we hear anything in the next couple hours, we'll let you know. But I have a feeling that we're going to get a lot of questions. We're going to get to your questions. But before we get to your questions, we're first going to remind you about Underdog. For some of you, maybe you've heard about it, maybe you've thought about it, maybe you haven't tried Underdog yet. I think you should try Underdog, because if you sign up for the very first time as a new customer on Underdog, you get a free pick. And right now it is Kyron Williams just getting a yard, going higher than 0 yards. So it's a free pick for you. You get that if you sign up on Underdog using code ENDGAME. You get a free pick. You get up to $1,000 of bonus cash as well. And that's going to be a first-time deposit match of 50%. So you get bonus cash, you get a special pick, but you also get more bonus cash, because as soon as you play $5 towards any pick, you get another $100 in bonus funds added straight to your account. And keep in mind, it doesn't just have to be NFL. Of course, we are a fantasy football channel, but Underdog is a lot more. They have every sport possible that you can imagine, esports included. Any picks you want to make, you combine, mix and match. You don't have to do it the same day. I mean, there's so many options. So if you haven't tried Underdog yet, you don't know what you're missing. Try it out, but make sure you sign up using code ENDGAME when you do that to take advantage of all the free money and the free pick. You should also try our app. Speaking of, it is a completely free download. If you haven't heard of it yet, well, it is called DraftLane. So if you go to the settings section here, right, once you download DraftLane for free on the App Store or Play Store, and you use code ENDGAME in the promo code section, you get 10 free points. You can use those points to ask questions just like you would here. I know a lot of you super chat on the live shows, and of course we appreciate that a whole lot. You can do it here on the app at any time, any day. You just put your question and put your request in like this, and you can use your points. And if you're in Yahoo Sleeper League, it syncs with DraftLane. So for example, this user, not sure which RBs to use after Gibbs, got Williams, Wilson, or Jones, needs to, or a different flex. We can look at the roster and see, okay, what's going on here? Got Drake May, Jahmyr Gibbs, Aaron Jones right now locked in at RB2. Oh, got Javonte just kind of there as a flex. Emmanuel Wilson, of course. So, well, between those guys, why not start with a do I start Emmanuel Wilson question? Do you start Emmanuel Wilson over Aaron Jones and or Javonte?
I don't think over Javonte, but I think I can do it over. I can start him over Aaron Jones again if we do hear that Jacobs is out.
So this leads to the question: what if, like, Jacobs is active? Like, okay, let's just say this. First of all, if he's like, yeah, Jacobs is playing, does that make Emmanuel Wilson not startable at all?
Yeah, you can't risk it. What if he just goes back to getting a handful of touches? I don't think you can risk it.
All right. That's assuming they just say, yeah, they tested it, he's good. All right, now,
right.
What if it's like, all right, he'll play, but they'll monitor his snaps, and he may be limited in usage. He'll be out there, but it'll be like a touch and go kind of thing.
Well, then I would say, like, yeah, you can start Emmanuel Wilson, but I'd probably drop him to the range of like the high-end flexes, right? Because even if Josh Jacobs is going to get 10 touches, that means Emmanuel Wilson is only getting like 12 to 15 at the most. So now he's kind of in that range of like, he's ahead of he's probably ahead of guys like Tootin, Manungai, stuff like that, but he's not ahead of somebody like Aaron Jones, who we know is going to get close to 20 touches today, probably, or should.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I do feel like he is. I think Manungai is a perfect example, right? Like the distant 1B, like actually probably more distant, but this week he could be comparable, right? Because I still think they would at least not give Jacobs 20 plus carries. So yeah, I think kind of like Manungai, like a flex, like an unexciting flex. All right, so there we go. And then this user, please check my lineup. Major question is Watson or Pearsall. By the way, I guess we didn't really talk because it doesn't affect this week or fantasy necessarily right here, right now. But yeah, how about that Brandon Ayuk situation? What is going on there?
Yeah, you do not need to hold Brandon Ayuk. You do not need to hold Brandon. He He's not coming back to save your fantasy team this year. That is for sure.
That is for sure. Now, that doesn't really affect Pearsall this week. Not like Ayuk was doing anything. But, okay, here's Pearsall. We've been saying no to Pearsall, so I assume Watson over Pearsall.
I guess. Yeah,
I
probably.
Watson
Should
either.
go Watson over Pearsall. Even though I don't love Watson this week, but
well, let's look. I mean, this is a flex. Looks like a flex call. Yeah, it's a flex. I mean, the only other options at flex. Oh, by the way, Jags over Bears defense.
Who the Bears get?
Bears get the
Steelers.
Steelers. It's not bad. Man, we don't know if Rodgers is playing, but
I mean, I don't even know if it matters. Rodgers, Jags.
Jags get the Cardinals.
Cardinals? I don't know. I might go Bears.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Bears
thinking.
are at home.
Exactly. Jacoby Brissett has not been turning the ball over. Okay. So at flex, I mean, realistically, we're not flexing Harold Fannin. I don't think we put Jordan Mason, Monangai, Watson, Pearsall. Those are the choices.
Yeah, I'm okay with Watson over Pearsall. Just, we know he's involved.
Yeah. Everything else, I mean, Woody Marks is already there. Chase Brown is good. Zay Flowers over those guys, probably. Okay. Don't love Dak, but I don't see a better quarterback. So, all right. Yeah, Watson over Pearsall until Niners start to target him more. And then let's go Bears versus Pitt at defense. All right. Anyways, that's DraftLane. I know we'll get some more questions here. So, guys, you can use it. Free points. You can ask your questions just like you do in the stream. The thing is, on the stream, we get literally hundreds of questions every night, every afternoon, every morning, and we cannot answer them all. So that's why the super chat feature is there, right? We will answer all the super chats. The DraftLane app, we answer every single question, guaranteed, all of them, and within 24 hours, instant. So check it out. Speaking of T, thank you for the reminder, guys. Also, before we get started, just do it now. Get out of the way with. Hit the like button, and then if you haven't subscribed, we appreciate you do that too. Yeah, didn't get to you yesterday, but no worries. Let's do it today. He's the very first one. Walker questionable. Now he's still starting. We already said he's in. You go Walker over Aaron Jones and Sharps, right?
I'm over Sharps definitely. I think I probably have to take a chance on Kenneth Walker over Aaron Jones against the Titans, just because Aaron Jones has a tough matchup. I said this yesterday a few times. I really wish Kenneth Walker had not popped up with an injury on Friday. Like, come on. Like, why couldn't it have been early in the week where it's like, okay, we have no worries here? Because now there is the worry, like, what if he's a little limited and we see, because this happened like in week 9, he kind of he asserted himself, took over the backfield, and it was like, all right. And then going into week 10, I put him on the sneaky starts. I'm like, it's a good matchup. Like, go ahead, take a chance. And then it was like back to Charbonnet getting the goal line work and everything. It was annoying. And then last week, we see it again where he takes over. So it's like, but Aaron Jones against the Packers, not a great spot. I probably still go Kenneth Walker here.
Yeah, it seems it was probably just a minor thing. He popped up and then immediately said, no, he's fine. So I'm not even worrying about that. And then no apologies, but a defense question. He's saying the defense is pretty important in his league. Atlanta or Indy? I want to start Indy against the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think you got to go Atlanta.
I mean, I wish you had a better option, but if those are the two, that's what it is. All right, Legend, what's up? We do, by the way. Yes, we have global viewership. We know that. Got a lot of you in the UK. Wants to just share appreciation for having different times when we do the live shows. Good.
All right.
He said they sent us at 9 a.m. his time, which, according to my time, was 3 a.m. So there you go. Already has Rice, Olave, Pittman, and JMO. Pick up QJ or leave him. don't think you need him.
I mean, you don't need QJ, but I'll say if like you have somebody on your bench that you really don't need, or maybe, like maybe you've been holding on to Brandon Ayuk, which I really doubt. You know what I mean? But if you have somebody on your bench that's like, do you really need that guy on your bench? There's nothing wrong with having more potentially good players.
Right. I mean, it's not like you should have zero interest, but I mean, are you ever starting him over those 4 receivers? Probably not. And I wouldn't definitely drop any of those receivers for him.
No.
JCR Melt, what's up? He's always in the DraftLane app. I know we did one of his questions yesterday too. Dobbs, Pearsall, or Slayton? Well, I think we can scratch Pearsall out. Do you have any interest in Slayton coming back here with Jameis still in the fold?
Not a lot. Not a lot. I think I just go Romeo Dobbs here. This is a good spot for Dobbs. Look, last week I had Christian Watson on the sneaky starts that, hey, Giants play a ton of man, ton of single high. Those are the coverages he dominates. But even still, last week, I mean, Romeo Dobbs had 8 targets. Watson only had 5. Dobbs did have some very uncharacteristic drops. That's not normal for him. And, of course, Watson had the touchdowns, and that's what Watson can always do. But I think out of this group, I just take Dobbs. This week, the Vikings play a ton of too high, the most too high, actually, and he's much better against too high than single high. I'll take a chance on Dobbs.
Yeah, and keep in mind, this is like our very first question or second question had Watson on there. And you're not loving Watson this week. I mean, of course, he always has the potential for a big catch, a touchdown, or something. But generally speaking, it's a better Dobbs matchup. So that makes a lot of sense. Juwan or Andrews at tight end?
Oh, this one's actually tough. Because it's like Juwan, you feel like he'll get the targets, he'll get you yards, get you receptions. Probably won't score. He could, but you're not banking on that.
No.
Andrews seems like he finds a way to. Seems like it's Andrews from last year. Like he just finds a way to score. Like hey, we're gonna run a tush push for the first down, but instead you're gonna do a spinorama in the backfield and somehow run 30 yards untouched for the touchdown. Like he's just finding a way to score every single game right now. So. This one feels pretty close. I like chasing the targets and the receptions, so I would go Juwan, but I don't blame you if you go Andrews. Very, very close one right there.
Yeah, my gut went to Juwan Johnson because I like the matchup and like he's a target share. But this is one of those things, right? Andrews, he's doing it like not nearly the extent as last year, but look, 3 straight weeks he's scored. He's got 4 touchdowns total in the last 3 games. So like, is he just going to cash in every week? It's the Jets. He can definitely score this week. But like if he gets like 2 catches for 20, 30 something yards and a touchdown, like that's good. That's double digits. But if Juwan Johnson gets 5 catches for 50 or 60 something yards, that's just as good. And maybe he scores 2. So one more. Of course, if Jacobs is out, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have Emmanuel Wilson. Sharps or Tootin?
I think I got to go Tootin here. Again, if we're going to believe that Walker has asserted himself as the guy here, then that means Sharps is taking a big back seat. I'll go with Tootin.
Yeah, definitely going Tootin here. And then we have Dodger Beast. Would it be crazy? This is Elijah, right? I think it's Elijah. Okay. So look, I'm high on Kenneth Walker this week. Probably too high, as I have been before. Crazy to think he might have a better game than Chase Brown.
I'm not starting over. There's no risk with Chase Brown. Like, right. I know it's the Patriots. I know it's a good run defense. But they give up them and the Falcons are tied for the highest percentage of targets that go to running backs. Chase Brown could catch 5. Like it could be like an Achane type of week, right? Where he gets like 40 rushing yards, but he gets 6 catches for 50 yards. Or 60 yards.
That's very much in the realm of possibility. And the thing is, again, like him, he has 0 competition. Like he is a workhorse. He's one of the top workhorses. There's nobody stealing touches from him, and Charbonnet does still exist. So can't do that. I mean, again, look, it's fair, but Andy, what's up? Who should I flex? Manungai, Jacoby Myers, or Booty? Enjoy the videos and the advice. Appreciate it. Thank you.
This is a tough one. I feel like it's like, it's like take what Jacoby gives me. Like I could start Jacoby over Monangai because I feel like even if Monangai scores, that just gets him to like Jacoby's floor, right? Like if Monangai falls in the end zone, it's like now him and Jacoby score the same amount of points. So it comes down to like, do I want to chase the potential big game from Booty against the Bengals or Jacoby? But the thing about Booty is, for as bad as the Bengals are, DJ Turner has actually been a stud this year, their corner. And Booty just lines up on the outside, whereas Diggs he plays about half and half. So I think Booty might get a lot of DJ Turner. I think I'm just going to go Jacoby Myers here and take what he gives me.
Yeah, again, BTJ is out, so he should still get a fair amount of targets. Booty is just going to be more volatile, right? Could make a big play, could not. So let's do WB S2359. Odunze, Tucker, or Henderson? Oh, man. Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Two of these guys run Boom Video.
Yeah, I'm just going to go Henderson here. I don't know. I feel like he's still, of course I like Odunze a lot, but the thing is, like, when you have a wide receiver, there's always the risk that, like, what if Odunze, has one of those 3 or 4 catch weeks? Whereas like Henderson, we got to think is getting close to 15 touches, and that just gives him. This is why running backs generally have such a higher floor than wide receivers, right? Because if a running back's going to touch the ball 15 times, unless they're horrible, they're probably going to get a decent amount of yards. And Henderson, we know, is going to catch some passes too. Like Henderson might catch 2 or 3 passes. So I'm just going to take the higher floor of Henderson, who I also think has a very high ceiling this week.
Yeah, again, like them both, but everything you said. Mondre coming back shouldn't scare you off of Henderson. We've been saying that for anybody who hasn't been on the shows, because we didn't know for sure about Ramondre until yesterday. It doesn't mean it's going to be 50-50. You know what? I pray. I hope to God if not all of a sudden a timeshare again. Like, please.
Yeah.
You know what? Everyone's like through the Patriots, or what are the Patriots like 9-2? They're on the way, maybe get the number 1 seed. If this week Ramondre comes back and gets like 2/3 of the touches over Trayvon Henderson, yeah, Mike Vrabel, coach of the year, should just be eliminated, like just instantly, like out of contention. Nobody cares what I think. No. I'm gonna guess it's 0.5, not 0.05 PPR, right? That would be weird.
Yeah.
0.05.
Yeah, 0.05 PPR. I mean, you might as well be non-PPR.
Let's assume it's half. Okay, Gainwell, Tootin, or Bam?
I think you got to go Bam. I know it's a tough matchup against the Jags, but he's going to get the most touches out of this group, or he should get the most touches out of this group, barring something unforeseen. So I think you got to take a chance on Bam here.
Bam it is. Yep. Lex Dad has Emmanuel Wilson. If Jacobs plays, do I go Monty or Tucker? All right, now those are good options.
Ooh, this one's tough. This one is tough. This one is tough because I do like Monty this week against the Giants. But also we've seen with how much Gibbs has been involved. Can I put? Oh, man. Yeah, this is a tough one. Because there's always a risk with Monty. Like, what if, even in a good matchup, what if Gibbs gets 70% of the touches and Monty is, only gets the ball 10 times?
Yeah, and the thing is, I hate to say it, Sean Tucker showed more upside just last week than Monty has shown all year. You know, Monty hasn't had a game like that. You know, when usually Monty has a game where he'll score a couple of touchdowns, right, once in a while, or have a big out. He hasn't had that at all this year, which is kind of weird. I don't know why, but like I would probably just go again. Two guys are similar, right? They're splitting touches. The matchup is okay, not amazing. Go with the guy who you feel has the ceiling. I think it's got to be Tucker. So
I'm fine with that. I usually like to chase the touches, and I think that's going to be Tucker this week.
Right. That too. What's up, Bob? Good morning. Tight end misery. I mean, that's pretty redundant. We just start Loveland, Okonkwo, Strange, Sanders, Musgrave, Fant, one of the three stooges on the Steelers. Oh yeah. Lots of
You know
misery.
what? No joke. I think I might go Darnell Washington.
Really?
He's been getting more involved.
True.
You get the Bears. The Bears are down their 3 starting linebackers. All 3 of them are out. All 3. They're down to nothing but backups at the linebacker position. I mean, like, do you feel like I can't say I feel good about any of these guys? I'll just go with Darnell Washington.
You know, he has been coming out lately. It's funny because you watch a highlight of one guy, and then of course Twitter, they feed you like, everything about that guy ever. There was a random clip I saw, a highlight of him like in middle school playing football and scoring a touchdown. He was still like, somehow in middle school, he was like 6'6". And so all these little kids are trying to tackle him. He's just like, like stiff arming them. It's pretty funny. You have to watch it.
I mean, that's kind of what he did to the Bengals defense too.
Right. Yeah. Now imagine him doing that against like 12-year-olds. That's what it looked like.
I mean, I can't imagine it because that's kind of what it looked like on Sunday last week.
Yeah.
Like he was doing it to 12-year-olds.
Let's go. Well, the Bengals defense does play like a JV football team. But anyways, look, I would say this. I don't know. Obviously, Hunter Henry is not an option against the Bengals. That'd be great. But if not, let's go Washington. That's fine. You know what's going to happen?
I'm guessing if Hunter Henry is an option, he would have been in the
yeah. But you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen. It's going to be Austin Hooper, 20 points. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, probably.
That's just how it works. But no, Bob, don't go Austin Hooper unless you're doing an underdog. I might do that. VB8265 needs a receiver, 2 running backs, and a flex. Has Rico, Henry, Tucker, Kyron, Rice, Odunze, and Wilson. This one's going to be tough.
We're going Daddle Henry at running back, Rice at wide receiver. Man, having to have. I think I'm just gonna go. I know we put Odunze on the booms here, and I do really like Odunze, but again, I'm gonna go back to what I said before when it was like Henderson, Odunze. Like, I just don't have any worries about Kyron, giving me like a complete dud.
Right. I mean,
Odunze still could give you a dud. So I'm just going to go Dowdle, Henry, Rice, Kyron at the flex.
Yeah,
unfortunately, Tucker, Odunze, and Wilson are going to be on my bench.
I know it's tough, but again, it's not a great spot for Kyron. But look, he also 3 touchdown streak, 4 touchdowns in the last 3 games. But if you extend it even farther, he's scored at least 1 touchdown in 5 of the last 6 games. And in that span, he has a total of 7 touchdowns. Like, you don't depend on touchdowns, but there's some guys and some offenses, you just know they're going to score. So it's just hard not to start Kyron. And then we got Robert Perkey. What's up, Robert? All right, here we go. Robert's own personal lightning round. Dobbs or Monty?
Monty.
Etienne or Javante?
Ooh, I think I go Etienne this week.
Yeah, that one's close. I think just because Philly D is so tough. Let's go Etienne. J-Mo or Pittman?
J-Mo.
Yeah, definitely JMO, Tucker. I think that was that Kenneth Walker or Emmanuel Wilson.
Emmanuel Wilson, if no Jacobs. Otherwise, oh man, I think I go Walker.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check back in on that one, Robert. We'll see about Jacobs. Juwan or Pittman?
Oh, this one is tough too. I do like Juwan this week, and I don't love Pittman, but can I go Juwan over Pittman?
I thought you would go Juwan pretty quickly there.
Well,
I don't even like Juwan Jennings, but I'm gonna go Juwan Jennings over Pittman.
all right, we'll make it easy for you, Robert. Let's go Juwan Jennings.
And Walker Judkins.
Ah, man. That's another tough one because I don't love Judkins this week.
Still gotta love. Come on, you've got to love Kenneth Walker this week. There's no choice.
I wish I could. I really want to. I want to. I talked up Kenneth Walker all off season, but I'm worried. I'm worried the rug is getting pulled. But let's go, Kenneth. Let's go, Kenneth Walker.
Oh, can't play scared. Come on, can't play scared.
Sometimes you can. Look, I'm
scared.
I'm scared to play a Brown. I'll tell you that.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, that's true. Let's see. Okay, Alexis, who should be my flex? Genty, Manungai, Gainwell, or Judkins?
I still have to go Genty here. I know it's a tough matchup against the Browns, but I mean, Gainwell, Manungai, we're talking about like basically backups, Judkins in that offense. I got to go Genty still.
Yeah, definitely Genty here. And then needs a tight end. Also, not much better than Bob's choices. Theo, Auden, Loveland, or Mason Taylor.
Oh, man.
You know what? Okay, so I don't want to combine questions, but this is a good one. I thought about this earlier. A good option, potentially. I don't say good, but Tyler Higbee's out, right? The Rams, good offense. Rams been running a lot of 13 personnel lately. And so Jay's asking, okay, what do you think of Colby Parkinson? Is he like one of those sneaky starts this week?
I mean, I don't know. I thought you were going to ask about Terrence Ferguson, not Colby Parkinson. I mean, this feels very sneaky to me. Like I wonder with Higbee out, do the Rams run less 3 tight end this week? And do we see like a monster Puka game again? That's what I kind of been thinking about.
Well, that's true. That would make sense.
I think out of the previous list, I would just take a chance on Theo Johnson. Maybe Auden. My only worry with Auden is like Godwin back, but maybe Godwin will be limited. Either Theo or Auden for me.
Yeah, I mean, between those choices, if it's my team, I'll probably go Theo. And then as far as, okay, let's just say the question here from Jay is Colby Parkinson or Mike Gesicki, because that's who he's got. He's rolling with Gesicki.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with Gesicki too. Like we know when he's healthy, he's the pass catching tight end there. We don't know. Like,
yeah, it could be Terrence Ferguson. I mean, the thing is, like we automatically think, well, starter's out, promising young rookie gets a chance, and then it's actually middling, number 2
yes.
veteran who actually takes over, right? That's usually what happens.
Right.
But we don't know. It could be Ferguson. Gesicki's I'll say you can go with Gesicki here because Chase is out. Like if Chase was still there, maybe, but in Lucero, all right, Jacobs, if he plays over Judkins, I would think, right?
Yeah.
All right, then Maury, 17. In half, 2 receivers, Myers, Mooney, Tez, Slayton, and then Tucker, I guess Trey Tucker and Chris Godwin.
I'm going to go. Man. Jacoby and Mooney, I guess. I mean, I think Jacoby's definitely my one here. Mooney I feel like should be the other one, but there is risk here that we see what we saw back in week 8. I can't love any Giants wide receiver this week. Plus, I saw who did the Lions? I think they had like 2 of their secondary players return this week. Who was it? Yeah. DJ Reed. DJ Reed is back. Plus another one of their DBs. You can't feel good about the Giants pass catchers against the Lions with Jameis Winston. I don't know. I'm just gonna go Myers and Mooney here.
I know Brian Branch has been out too. I'm not sure what his status is. Seems like he's playing. But, yeah, that's fine. Look, with this group, I'll bet on the Mooney potential for target volume, and then let's go Myers. Brandon.
All right, Aaron Rodgers is officially out.
All right. Not surprising, but that changes probably not much. Brandon Ahmed, start Judkins or Michael Wilson in full PPR?
I'll go Michael Wilson in full PPR.
Yeah, and then same format but different league. Worthy or Alec Pierce?
I know this is annoying because Worthy has the better matchup. But Pierce has been way more involved lately. And not just like Pierce isn't just being involved as like a run deep and let's hope it connects type of thing. So I think you got to go Pierce here, even in the tougher matchup.
Right. Worthy just has not done enough. All right. So Alex Sanchez said he asked this incorrectly yesterday. All right. No problem. Let's do it again. Pick 2 out of these. Rome, Egbuka, Tet. I mean, I think in this group, not just because we picked him, I think in this group, I still like Rome the best.
Yeah, Rome, Egbuka. I do like Tet this week, but I'm still going to roll out Egbuka. I'm still rolling with Egbuka. I can't. I don't know why. Maybe after this week, maybe I should already be there. I mean, you look at it, 4 of the last 5 games, under 10 PPR points. Like, I feel like Egbuka might be living off early season production here. But
yeah, Godwin coming back, that shouldn't scare you a whole lot. I mean, we don't know how many targets he's going to get, but he will get targeted at least a couple of times, you would think. I mean, the question, I think a lot of it is on the matchup, because he did have a good game against the Pats, which is a really tough matchup there. So the question is, this week, can he thrive? Against the Rams, it's not a great matchup. That's the thing. But it's not bad enough that it'll move me off of him. Yeah.
I almost
think
Ted has
Ted has the better matchup. I will agree.
Ted has a much better matchup.
You want to go with Ted?
I'm okay with honestly, I'm okay with Ted over Egbuka.
All right. I mean, it's a close call, right? This is one of those that could definitely go either way. Alex, let's go Rome and Ted. There you go. Johnny Camarena, a.k.a. The Bear. 2 running backs. Chase Brown, Rico Dowdle, Travion Henderson, Swift, Genty, Judkins.
I'm going Dowdle, Henderson.
2 receivers, Egbuka, Pickens, Diggs, Odunze, Pearsall. We do need a flex too, so let's just do the flex now.
Oh, man, this is tough because I like Chase Brown too, but it's full PPR. I probably just go Egbuka, Diggs, and Odunze.
Good. That's exactly what I was thinking. I think that the question there is, Brown versus either Diggs, or Egbuka. Let's do that. Okay, so Dowdle, Henderson, Egbuka, Diggs, Odunze. You got it. Needs the win. I think you got it. The OG, Fly Ass Kane. Good morning. Are backup RBs and run-heavy offenses better handcuffs than backups to superstar running backs? Good question. I mean, it really depends on the situation.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is the right way to think about it. Because it doesn't matter like who the superstar. If like trying to think of a good example, like if Christian McCaffrey had a terrible backup, like let's say his backup was like, I don't know, somebody, just somebody horrible. Like, do we care that it's a run heavy? I don't even know if it's a run heavy offense, but you know what I mean? Like, to me, it's not about who the starting running back is. It's about, number one, do I feel like if the starting running back goes down, will the backup get the majority of the touches, or is it going to be a committee? Like, okay, look, let's take Derrick Henry. This is a good example. Derrick Henry in Baltimore. This is a run-heavy offense with a superstar running back. But I don't care who like if Derrick Henry goes down, it's going to be like, go pick up Justice Hill, but also go pick up Keaton Mitchell, and I'm not going to feel great about either of them because I don't think like Justice Hill is not going to be a workhorse running back. Keaton Mitchell is not going to be a workhorse running back. You know what I mean? So It's more, I think about it more like, who is the backup? Like, or who are the backups? Do I feel like there is one clear backup? And then how is the offense? So like the Ravens are a run heavy offense, but if Derrick Henry goes down, I probably am not too excited about the backups.
Yeah, it's I mean, I'll just say this without getting too deep into this. Like, okay, the run heaviest offenses in terms of rushing attempts this year. Okay, let's eliminate like Buffalo because they got Josh Allen, right? The running quarterbacks. Carolina runs the ball a ton, so their backup now is Chuba Hubbard. A team that doesn't run a whole lot but has a stud running back. Let's say the Raiders have Genty, or the Cowboys have Javonte. I don't know if you call him a star. He's not really a superstar. The Dolphins with Achane. Would I want the backup there? No. I would rather go with a more run-heavy offense, but it really, really depends on how that running back would get used, because there's some backup running backs that aren't good enough to be the guy, right? If that star running back goes down, they're just going to use a committee. So it really depends on the team. John Henry is in 9 different leagues, and again, doesn't want to just win. Needs to dominate. Doesn't even want to. Needs to dominate. Appreciate that. Swift or Brown or Wandale? Need to.
I'm going to go Swift and Brown.
Yeah. Ravens or 49ers defense?
I think you got to go Ravens against the Jets, even with Tyrod Taylor. 49ers defense just has not been good.
Nah. Stafford or Brissett?
Stafford
for sure. Jones or Purdy?
Purdy.
JMO Flowers, Wandale, or Michael Wilson needs 2 of those.
Oh, I'm going to go Jameson and Flowers, but I totally understand if you're like, nope, I don't want to do it with Flowers and go Michael Wilson. Totally understandable.
Yeah, that one's close. I would go JMO Flowers. Needs 2 of those. PPR, hold on, there's more. Moore or Myers or Watson or Downs. I think 2 of those, or maybe 1.
Well, if you need 2, I would go Watson, Myers. If you need 1, I think I would still chase the ceiling of Watson over the floor of Myers.
It's fair. Warren or Walker?
I like Jaylen Warren this week. I'm going to go Jaylen Warren.
Killing me. You're killing me.
It's the Bears.
He's all right.
Not worried about it. I would go. Not worried about him getting McDonald or Kubiak.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go Walker here. Packers or Browns?
Ooh, I think Browns. Browns against Geno and the Raiders. I have Browns with Myles Garrett. Come on, this guy can get 4 or 5 sacks by himself.
It's true. Those are both good options. Emmanuel Wilson. Well, okay. If Jacobs is out, it's Emmanuel Wilson. If not, let's go Walker.
If not, it's Walker. If not, here I'll go Walker. But if we hear Jacobs is out, we should know in about 30 minutes here. Then Emmanuel Wilson.
And then Falcons, Lions, or Raiders. Yeah, I think you go
Give me the-
Raiders against Shador.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I do want to say Raiders at home against Jameis. This guy should have thrown like 5 interceptions last week. He was horrible, and he didn't even get practice reps this week. They were like planning on Jackson Dart playing. But yeah, Raiders against Shador. Come on, no risk there. No risk.
All right, John. Let's dominate 9 times. Thomas with a reminder. Yes, help us dominate. Smash that like button. Appreciate that. And then he's got a question. Keep one. Okay, I don't know. We have to drop some players. I don't know what's going on. Manungai, Rodriguez, Corum, Bigsby. I guess who's the stash that is the best? Oh, well, here we go. Underdog just told me that Josh Jacobs is out.
All right. Well, there you go. Fire up. Yep, he's out. So fire up Emmanuel Wilson if you got him. Here's the thing, like, let's assume all these guys were the starter. I think Corum is the one I want the most. He's in that Rams offense. I know you think like, well, Bigsby in the Eagles offense, but I think we'll see a decent amount of Will Shipley. And the Eagles' run game hasn't even been good this year. Now, that being said, if all the starters are healthy here, I want Chris Rodriguez because he's going to be the starting running back coming out of the bye, and he gets a great playoff schedule. So what I would do is I would probably, if it's my team, I'm going to pick up Blake Corum. And then if Kyron doesn't get hurt, let's hope Kyron does not get hurt. Let's hope that. Then next week, I'll pick up Rodriguez.
All right. Well, there you go. All right. Let's go to Jackson Boz. Pick one. Sean Tucker, Crenshaw Judkins, Alvin Kamara. You still highest on Kamara here? Think he'll smash?
Yeah, I think between these guys, I go Kamara.
All right. Thunder rolls. Good morning. In a 10-teamer, 2 running backs and a flex. Got Javante Tucker, CMC, Judkins, Gainwell, Dowdle, Emmanuel Wilson. Now that we know Jacobs is out. So we need 3 of these. Can very easily say yes to CMC. Rico should probably be number 2. Who's the third? Is it Emmanuel Wilson now, or is it like Javante or Tucker?
I think I just take Emmanuel Wilson. Javante in a tough spot against the Eagles. So I'll go Dowdle, CMC, Emmanuel Wilson.
There you go. And we got plenty of good running backs, Thunder. H-double-O-ski. No London, no lad. Left with Jennings, Watson, Yoshevich, Wandale. Needs 2 and a flex.
Oh, well, I was going to say this isn't too bad, but now you need 3 of them. I'm just going to bench Wandale here. Again, the Lions secondary healthier on the road. Jameis Winston. Yeah, just give me the first 3.
All right, first 3 it is. And then we have Go 48 Go. Good morning. In full PPR, pick 1. Genty, Judkins, or Warren?
Oh, man. Do I have the stones?
For which? Warren?
Warren over Genty?
Yeah,
it's just such a bad
figured.
spot for Genty against the Browns this week.
Right. And realistically, we know Aaron Rodgers ruled out. Mason Rudolph at quarterback. I mean, I don't know. Does that mean they're going to run more necessarily? No, I don't think so.
I don't think it changes anything, honestly.
No.
Again, I think it's good for DK Metcalf. That's probably about it. I know it's hard to be like, Genty, how do you sit Genty? But man, Warren gets such a good matchup against that Bears run defense.
Right.
Genty against the Browns. I'm gonna go. I know burned me last week with Aaron Jones over Henry, but that's the king. This is Ash and Genty and the Raiders. I'm going to go Warren.
Yeah, the Bears banged up on defense too. Like you said, a lot of injuries there. You said all the linebackers are hurt. I mean, that definitely is going to affect the run game here. So I think it's fine. I'm okay with it. Wait a minute. Warren, okay, Loveland or Ferg at tight end?
Ferg.
And then should I drop Darnold for Flacco?
No, I'm playing Darnold this week. This is a bounce back spot for Darnold this week. He should be better.
Yeah, this should be flipped. This is the weird time to play Flacco against the Patriots, a really bad matchup for him. And then he's probably just done because Burrow assume he'll come back this coming week. So exactly. Flacco is pretty droppable. Very sadly. Slick Rip the Ruler in half.
All right.
Needs 2 of these guys.
I'm going to go Tootin. I mean, Hunter Henry honestly could have the biggest game out of all these, but he also could completely bust. So I might just go Tootin Algier.
Yeah, Sharp's the one I have the least interest in. Tootin, I like his upside. I think, look, that's fine. Let's go Algier because it is half. Algier should get a bump, right? More carries, you'd think. Thomas now in a must-win. Slayton, Burden, or Singletary?
Ugh. I mean, I know I've been talking about the Lions secondary, but it's not like their defensive front is bad either. Like, they're great against the run. Singletary feels touchdown or bust this week. Like, at least Slayton could catch some passes. It's PPR. I might take a chance on Slayton here.
Yeah, like you said, because it's PPR. This PPR, I'll go Slayton. Same matchup. Admiral Habibi, Alec Pierce, or Jacoby Myers?
Man.
Matt probably had them both as flex options, but I feel better about Jacoby. I'm not feeling great about any of the Colts receivers in this matchup. Pierce, I think, goes back to being a little bit more kind of boom bust. Jacoby, at least I feel pretty solid. He'll get several targets since BTJ is out. I assume this is full PPR. If it is, I'm going Jacoby.
Yeah, to me, this is like the prototypical floor versus ceiling debate. Alec Pierce in a tough spot, but he could always go off. But he could do nothing this week. Jacoby probably can't go off, but he probably won't do nothing. So, yeah, I probably just take Jacoby too because it is a tough spot for Pierce this week.
All right, and then also drop Trey Tucker for Bashal Tootin.
Yeah, I would do that. I mean, I think by now we know Trey Tucker. He's going to be one of those guys that every now and then you can take a chance. Maybe he does something. Like it's never gonna get better for Trey Tucker. There's nothing that's coming that's going to make Trey Tucker his fantasy value go up. Something happens to Etienne, Bashal Tootin's fantasy value is going way up, way up.
Right. Yeah. What else could happen? They already traded away the number 1 receiver, and how can it get better? Exactly. He's a guy who, I mean, he's pretty much living off that name value from that 1 week where he scored 3 touchdowns, right? That week never happened. Probably people are forgetting about Trey Tucker. What about this one? Rice, Chris? Thoughts on AD Mitchell?
Yeah. I mean, look, I debated putting one of the Jets receivers on the sneaky starts. Because, I mean, AD Mitchell did have the targets last week. It's Tyrod Taylor, which actually makes you feel a little bit better. It's a good matchup against the Ravens. But, dude, you have to, like, the thing about being a wide receiver at any level, Pee Wee, Pop Warner, high school, college, pros, semi-pros, your men's flag football league, whatever, any level. The thing about being a wide receiver is you have to catch the football. It's like the most important thing. You could be the best route runner, the fastest guy, break tackles. But if every time the ball comes your way, you can't catch it, who cares? And this dude cannot catch the football. Like, why can't he catch the football? Like, how are you? Like, this is mind blowing to me. Like that, a wide receiver at the NFL level can't catch a football.
Right.
I mean, look, I'm not playing him this week, but if you want to stash him, fine. I'm okay with that. But I'm not playing him. Too risky.
Yeah, stash only. Definitely stash only. But not the worst stash. I mean, I did talk about him on the stash video a couple weeks ago. I still think there's potential here, right? More of a dynasty stash. All right. Absolutely. Thank you for the reminder here. Smash the like button. K-Space. Thank you. Let's do a little lightning round, catch up here. We still have plenty to catch up on. Got a lot of questions today, so we'll try to pick up the pace because we don't want to keep our super chats waiting. Gladys Lobato, Pickens or Wilson?
I can't. I don't care what Wilson that is. I can't. I know there's a chance. I know there's a chance Pickens. They put Quinyon Mitchell on Pickens. Pickens has been so good this year. So good. I just can't. I can't.
If it's Emmanuel Wilson, now with Jacobs out, I would do it. I would go Emmanuel Wilson. So, sorry, Gladys. It's a tough one. Black Adam, Mondre or Algier?
I think I'll take a chance on Ramondre against the Bengals.
Yeah, exactly. And then BP Smooth, Judkins or Sean Tucker? Well, I'll say what I've said before when we were talking, I think Monty or Sean Tucker. I go with a guy who I feel like at least has that upside, just not loving Judkins these days. It's not a bad matchup for him, but come on, there is potential. Not that I want it to happen, not that I think it's going to happen necessarily, but if Shedeur Sanders is anywhere as bad as he was last week, even close, just don't want part of this offense. I think I have to go with Tucker, the guy with the far better offense.
All right, that's fine. Go Tucker here. This one feels close. Feels close to me.
DJ 16004, start 2, CD Igbuka, Michael Wilson.
I can't bench Igbuka for Michael Wilson. I'm going to go CD Igbuka.
Yeah, those first two. And then Loco Motion, Aaron Jones or Chase Brown in a quarter PPR.
Well, that does hurt Chase Brown because 6 catches is now only what? 2 points? Not even. Like 1.5? Yeah. 1.5? Like it's hardly anything, right? This is basically like non-PPR.
Yeah.
Both in tough spots. I think here I go Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I think in this format you go Aaron Jones. All right, and then let's get back to super chats. John Gomez, 7833, Judkins or Emmanuel Wilson with Jacobs officially out.
Gotta go Wilson Jacobs officially out, so give me Emmanuel Wilson now.
Yeah, John, this is definitely Emmanuel Wilson now. All right, and then let's go to Kendall, 1287. Brissett or Goff?
I'm going to take a chance on Goff at home against the Giants.
Yeah. Henry or Juwan? Well, didn't we have this earlier?
Yeah, give me I don't think we had Henry or Juwan. It was Andrews or Juwan, but I'm going to go Hunter Henry here. I like Juwan this week, but I got to take a chance on Henry against the Bengals.
Yeah, just the by far worst defense against tight ends. And then we got Pierce or Odunze. All right, that one's pretty easily Odunze. Definitely Odunze. And then DJ 1604 again, but we already did this one, so sorry for putting up again. This is, well, no. Clausen, 47. Needs an RB2. It's either Walker, Sharps, or Tootin.
I think you got to take a chance on Walker here.
Yeah, definitely Walker. And then Amos Moses, Jacoby or Josievich?
I like Josievich this week, but man, it's still very risky here. I'd probably just take whatever Jacoby gives me.
Yeah, very risky. Might feel a little bit better if it was Burrow, but I just can't feel a big game. Adventure. 12 team PPR. Tez, Parker, Washington, Booty, Jacoby, DJ Moore. We need 3 of those guys.
Oh, man. Well, I don't think you could start Tez after last week with Godwin coming back. I'll just go Washington, Booty, Jacoby. Oh, wait, DJ Moore. Yeah, I can't start DJ Moore either. I'll just go Washington, Booty, Jacoby. And you can drop. I mean, you could drop. I would drop Tez and DJ Moore for Pearsall and Goldwyn. Do it.
Yeah. I was going to say, I definitely want to pick those guys. We don't want to start Pearsall this week, but you definitely want to pick him up over Tez. Absolutely. And Godwin, too. So there you go. Start the middle 3, drop the other 2 for both Pearsall and Godwin.
In fact, let me check here. I wonder. Oh, somebody did pick him up. That's funny.
Royland, how's it going, Royland? Where you been? Driving to El Paso from KC. That's a drive.
Wow.
El Paso. Why El Paso? Do you? I don't know. So we have to bench either Ibuka Higgins or Devonta Smith. Oh, he does.
Brutal. Because I really like Devonta Smith this week. But I don't think I can bench Higgins or Ibuka for Devonta Smith. I think I'm benching Devonta Smith, and then I'm going to be scared that Devonta Smith has the biggest game out of the 3.
He might, but I agree. I think that's the one to bench. Money Mitch, thoughts on Dobbs and Reed on waivers? Probably Jaden Reed. We can leave Jaden.
Yeah, Reed. I mean, it's sounding like probably week 14 for Jaden Reed. Like, I don't know. I think Dobbs is worth an add. Dobbs is healthy. Dobbs is playing. Add Dobbs. I mean, if you need to. I don't feel like Dobbs is a must add. Like if you were stacked at wide receiver, you don't really need Dobbs.
No, you don't need Dobbs, but he's decent. He's always a guy you can throw in your flex and feel okay about. And this week could be a good Dobbs week, right? Okay. Wow. Okay. Thomas, Josievich over Rome? No way. No. All right. Now we have Patrick Abad, 12-10. How are we doing? Had Chase. Don't have Chase this week. And want to start Parker, Washington, or put Singletary at my flex.
I don't know. I like Parker, Washington. I might just take a chance on Singletary. Look, last week with Winston playing and the new coaching staff, what did we see? Tyron Tracy, Devin Singletary both got like 20 touches. Like they were like, we're just going to run the ball. Now, they might not be able to do that this week against the Lions. The Lions might be rolling them, and maybe they have to throw it more. But at least Singletary has touchdown upside. Like Parker Washington, I don't know. I'll just take a chance on Singletary.
Yeah, I guess Singletary is fine here. Not a big difference. And then I think he's asking Tyjae Spears or Michael Carter.
I'll go Michael Carter he's clearly the number 2 guy now with everybody else hurt.
Yeah, between those two. And Patrick, thank you. Got the membership for 1 month, and so did Ignacio Bernal. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
So we'll put up your question as soon as we get to it. But let's keep doing the super chats so we don't fall too far behind. Let's go to. Okay. Another super chat. Just say thank you. All right. We didn't even answer your question. Thank you, Patrick. Very
appreciate it. Thank you.
Jagger Cruz. I know he uses DraftLane as well. Standard. Pick 2. Chase Brown, Sean Tucker, Alec Pierce, Zay Flowers.
In standard, I'm just going to go the first 2. Chase Brown, Sean Tucker.
Right. Running backs getting touches, touchdown upside. All right, there we go. James Parker. Team 1 needs 2 flexes. Mooney, Booty, Ooh, or Parker Washington. Probably not.
Nah, I just go Mooney. I would just go Mooney and Booty.
And then we need 1.5 between Wandale, Tracy, Myers.
Oh man. Tracy Myers close in half. I might just take whatever Jacoby gives me here. I mean, again, this is a bad matchup on the road against Detroit for Tracy. I might just take whatever Jacoby gives me.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys who doesn't really have touchdown upside because for some reason it's all Singletary in the red zone. So, yeah, I would go Myers here. All right, we got now B-dubs. 2 running backs, Swift, Warren, Wilson. Okay, well, you don't have Jacobs, so I think you got to go Wilson and you like Warren over Swift.
Yeah, Warren over Swift.
And then flex, he says Ramondre or Jennings. Zay or Tet.
I go Tet. I
don't think he's like automatic. You have to start Tet, but yeah, he's in a good matchup again. So let's go Tet over Flowers. I mean, Flowers again should have a good matchup as well. But for some reason, he just hasn't smashed. All right, let's get to Ignacio's question. Here we go. Just got that membership. Needs help. Took the risk playing Woody. Well, it was worth a shot. So who do we flex? Is that Jacobs? We can't do Jacobs. Flowers, Tootin, or Shaquille?
Yeah, Flowers. Go Flowers here.
Yeah, definitely Flowers in that group. Tristan Roll, Mooney or Sharps? PPR.
This should be Mooney.
Yeah, take a chance. What is Sharps' upside? I know they get the Titans, but this is, Reed said it's Kenneth Walker's week. He's going to break out. There's no way it can't happen. So here we go. Kezi the Don, K9 or Stevenson? Got to go K9, right?
Yeah, I got to go K9 over Stevenson, definitely.
All right, John Meyer, who to start, Henderson or Genty?
Oh, Henderson. I'd rather take a chance, even if Ramondre's eating into his touches against the Bengals versus the Browns. Yeah, Henderson.
Yeah, for sure. And then we have Darth Vader Cuts. That's a pretty good name, Darth Vader Cuts. All right, at RBM starting Barkley and Etienne, would you flex Genty or Aaron Jones?
Yeah, I think I still have to go Genty here. I mean, because Jones has a bad matchup too against the Packers, so I'll go Genty.
Yeah, go Genty here. And then in a 2 flex already, flex Judkins starting Adams and Pickens at wide receiver. I think that's fine.
Yep.
Well, then I guess if this is the same league, would the question then be, do you like Aaron Jones over Judkins or Judkins? Keep Judkins in there?
I mean, Aaron Jones gets the touches too. He catches passes. He doesn't have Shadur Sanders. I would go Aaron Jones over Judkins.
All right, there you go. And then we got Willie Chase, Pierce or Pearsall. It's standard.
I think you got to go Pierce here. Like he gets a chance. He gets chances to score big plays. Give me Pierce.
Right. Don't love Pierce this week, but Pearsall, you need to see him do something, prove he's healthy enough to catch the ball. Kilo needs a wide receiver too. Dobbs or Jacoby?
I'll go Dobbs. I like Dobbs this week.
Yep. In fact, it's not super low, but I'm putting together some pick'ems on Underdog. Got him at 4.5 receptions. A little boost if I go higher. I can take the higher on that, right? 4?
Yeah.
5 catches. And then we have Jaw 8210. Tucker, Bam, Parker Washington, or Pearsall. Choose 2.
I'm just going to take the 2 what should be workhorse running backs. That's Tucker and Bam.
Yep. I mean, don't love Pearsall this week. Parker Washington is just okay. All right. Brian is back. What's up, Brian? Brian Fourth, of course, the one and only. Yeah, we did get rain, didn't we? It was what was that, Thursday? I feel like it was Thursday. It poured. Now it's still kind of rainy, but Anyways, am I crazy for starting Genty over JJ McCarthy in a super flex league?
Yeah, I think so. Genty against the Browns. Like if Genty had a good matchup, I could probably do it. Against the Browns, this could be a very bad Genty week. I'm
Yeah,
still
look,
going to go with JJ McCarthy.
you can't feel great about McCarthy, right? He's not looked good, but he will still, like, he has thrown touchdowns. Right? He's not going to gone scoreless. And he's even run a couple of touchdowns lately. So he still gets you enough. I think you've got to keep him in for Superflex at least. Right. And we go to Vigilante Williamson. JMO or Dobbs in half?
I like Dobbs, but I like Jameson a lot more in that Lions offense against the Giants. I'm going Jameson.
Yeah, because Dobbs, that we just mentioned, good matchup for him, but he's more of like a high floor pick. JMO has that ceiling. And then it is. Yeah, what's up, Jerry? Good morning, Jerry. Okay. I'm not go all this, but I ran yesterday for the first time, and I don't remember how long, and it was exactly 4 miles, just like you. And I'm paying for it now. I'm going to keep it up.
Wow.
Yeah. John Meyer, Yoshi or Watson?
Ooh, this one's tough because I don't really love Watson this week, but I mean, Yoshi, so risky. I probably just still go Watson.
Yeah, look, again, Burrow's not back. It's really not a good matchup. It's like Yoshi could be a thing just because of targets, because Chase is gone, but it's really a tough spot against the Patriots defense. So, I mean, there's no guarantees he does anything. I don't know. This is not juice. Mike Robinson wondering, was there some Taysom Hill hype this week? Not from us. Not from us. All right. Welcome back, Moises. It is time for his 10-team league. Sean Tucker or Kenneth Walker or Emmanuel Wilson.
Well, I think with Jacobs out now, you got to go Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah. And 12-teamer, 1-1-1. Booty Slayton, Watson, Rico, Genty, Judkins.
Rico at running back. I guess Slayton at wide receiver, and I'm still going to flex Genty here.
Trade away Genty for Michael Wilson and Quentin Johnston.
No. Look, Michael Wilson, Marvin Harrison is not out for the season. Like,
right. He could be
when
back.
Marvin Harrison comes back, Michael Wilson goes back to being waiver wire fodder.
Right. Yeah. This is bad time. This is a good time for somebody like whoever this is to sell high on Michael Wilson. You don't want to buy him. Those guys could be unstartable. All right. Floppy Wagon, 6808. Made a last-minute trade. Let's see. Losing Amon-Ra for Devonta Smith and Chris Olave. I mean, it's a 2-for-1. Generally prefer the one stud. I mean, you did get 2 good receivers. I will say, and I talked about this. I don't know if you heard me talk about this, but I've mentioned Chris Olave down the stretch. I really like him, his upside. The playoff schedule is great. Hallerstruck has not looked bad, right? He's not a great quarterback, but again, he doesn't need to be great. He just needs to get the ball to his number one receiver over and over again, and he's been doing that. Shaheed is gone. Like, I like Chris Olave. I'm not going to say I would take him over Amon-Ra, of course, but I feel like that's enough.
I don't feel like it's enough.
No.
Sorry, Floppy. Again, is this like on the surface? Is this fair value? Maybe. We're talking about a stud in Amon-Ra St. Brown. Nah, like my tiebreaker. Anytime there's a fair or close trade like this, and it's a 2-for-1, is I want the one, because again, you're not like the person who's whoever you traded Amon-Ra St. Brown to isn't now forced to leave their wide receiver 2 spot blank and just has to roll with Amon-Ra St. Brown. No, they get to they have Amon-Ra St. Brown, and now they get to replace Devonta Smith or Chris Olave, right? Because they're replacing, they're replacing Devonta Smith with Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's a win. Now they get to replace Chris Olave with whoever they have on their bench. And it might be somebody close to as good as Chris Olave, which now makes their team better. Because instead of Devonta Smith and Chris Olave, they have Amon-Ra St. Brown and say, like, I don't know, Jalen Waddle, somebody like that. And now their team just got better. I don't want to be the one trading away studs. Studs win fantasy championships. So if there was a better wide receiver here, like a more high-end wide receiver, I'd feel better about it. But sorry, Floppy, I don't like, this is just a deal I'm never doing. Because I don't feel like how this helps my team.
Well, I think this also depends, like you're saying, on the wide receiver room that you have, like the depth. Who are you swapping out Olave or Smith with as your second receiver? But I feel like it's enough, but we'll see. El Mizrahi, Heat fan, therefore gets the free question. Luther Burden, Addison, Tootin, Sharps, start 2.
I'll just go Tootin to Addison here and hope for the best with Addison.
Go, and then we got Xavier Pert, Tez Johnson or Darius Slayton, and then Gainwell or Tootin.
I'm going to go Slayton and Tootin.
Yeah, definitely Slayton and Tootin. And then we have Dro loves to hate 69. Saints, Pats, or Niners on defense?
Not Niners.
No.
Saints get Cousins. That's pretty good. Pats get Flacco. Oh, give me that. I'm gonna take the Pats. Pats are a good defense. They get Flacco. I'll take the Pats.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Pats here. Then pick one: Jalen Warren or Ashton Genty.
Jalen Warren. We already had this earlier. I said Jalen Warren.
Yep. Let's do it. Bert is back. Needs a potential last-minute fix. Wow. I know not big on Pearsall this week, but go Luther Burden over Ricky Pearsall?
Nah, I'll go Pearsall here. I'll take a chance on Pearsall.
Yeah. And look, I don't assume Pearsall will actually get 0 like last time. He might catch a couple passes. Luther Burden is only probably catching a couple passes anyways, too. So we have Majin Braveheart. 12-teamer, start 1 tight end and 2 flexes. AJ Barner, Colston Loveland, Kyle Monungai, DJ Moore. We have a lot of Bears. Parker Washington, I think Trey Tucker, Brock Wright, Luther Burden. Tight ends do get a premium, so thankfully that explains why you have so many. We need 1 tight end and 2 flexes.
I'm going to go AJ Barner, Kyle Monungai. And who do I like best between Loveland and Brock Wright?
Question that you never wanted to ask yourself.
I don't know. I think I'll just go Loveland. Barner, Loveland, Monungai.
All right, there you go. And then do a couple of these quick ones. We did hear these questions are from a while ago. So Ron Britton, well, Jacobs is out. So Emmanuel Wilson easily over Tyjae Spears, definitely.
Yes.
And then we have Jason Lynn, Aaron Jones, or Emmanuel Wilson. Gotta go Emmanuel Wilson there too, right?
Yes.
And then we did have, I feel like we did this earlier, Kevin Lopez, Sean Tucker, or Juwan Jennings at the flex. I think it's PPR. Makes it tougher.
I don't think we've had this combo. If it's PPR, I'll go Jennings. If it's half or non, I probably go Tucker.
All right. And then we have Jason. I don't know how you say that. Jasadi? Daniel Jones or Bryce Young?
Daniel Jones.
And then Thomas again. Thomas D. Sit. What? It's a sit one of these guys. Barkley, Dowdle, Hendy, or Chase Brown.
I'm sitting Chase Brown.
Yeah, I can't sit Saquon here. Chase Brown is the sit. Give the thumbs up. Thank you again, Thomas, for the reminder. And then let's see. We have just moved up on me. Ski Hate 24/7. Skate 24/7. I don't think there's neither. It's like skate with an H. Would you start Shuck, Young, or Flacco?
Oh man, what this? I hope this is
Your
super
favorites.
flex your QB2. Please tell me. Look, Bryce Young has a good matchup this week. Flacco doesn't. Shuck might actually be the safest here, but I don't know. I'll go Bryce Young against the Niners.
Look, Shuck is in a pretty good spot against that Falcons defense. I don't mind Shuck, but Young I feel like has the most upside. We could see, look, between what he did last week, throwing the ball a ton, and then like think about Jacoby Brissett, what he did against that Niners defense last week, having to throw the ball a ton. Yeah, I'll take a chance. I'll take a chance on Bryce Young here. John Mayer again, T-Law or Darnold? I think Darnold against the Titans is just so solid.
Darnold.
Yeah. And then happy Sunday from Demir Basic 7060. Any thoughts between Goff or Purdy? Both in good spots.
Yeah, both in great spots this week. I think this is close for me. I think I do give the slight edge to Goff at home against the Giants, but if you're already going with Purdy, just go with Purdy. It should be fine.
Yeah, both. Yeah, I mean, very close, very similar players. Anyways, Goff and Purdy. I think Purdy's fine though. How about this one? HVAC 60. Gainwell over Warren. No.
Nah, Warren's playing. He's the guy.
And the thing is, like, Gainwell had a big game last week, but that was as a pass catcher, right? He was just targeted a ton for whatever reason. It's a different matchup this week. They're going to get the Bengals again. But Warren is supposedly healthy, good to go. He's still by far the lead back. Torres Tech. Rico, Henderson, or Chase in full PPR?
I got to sit Chase Brown.
Well, I don't know. Are we only picking one of these? Because he lists all three.
If we're only picking one, it's Rico.
Man, tough to sit Henderson here. All right. Yeah, I think they should probably go in that order. Rico, Henderson, or Chase. Super Jam. Pick 3. Sharbs, Addison, Booty, Parker, Washington, or Yusevich.
I'm going to go Addison, Booty, Yoshi. Although I might want to go Sharbs over Yoshi, but I'm going to take a chance on Yoshi here.
Yeah, I think you might as well take a chance. Spencer, Sled. Pick 2. Pierce, Aaron Jones, Tootin, Hunt, Myers.
I'm going to go Hunt and Aaron Jones.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Brian Perez, Henderson, and Diggs in Judkins or Chase Brown?
Chase Brown.
Yeah, definitely Chase Brown. Level and stat 05, non-PPR. Pittman, Pearsall, Wandale, or could pick up Pierce.
I mean, in non-PPR, I can pretty easily drop Wandale for Pierce anyways. Now the question is, do I play Pierce or Pittman? I feel like I just go Pierce in non-PPR.
Yeah,
so I would drop Wandale for Pierce and just play Pierce.
Yeah, I think it's which Colt receiver you feel like might score a touchdown. It's either Pierce or Pittman. I'm fine with Pierce. Let's do Donald McGill. Needs a receiver and a flex. Devonta Smith, Romo Dunze, Jalen Warren. So who sits?
I think here, assuming it's PPR, I'm going to sit Warren.
Yeah. And then Julio now, since Godwin is playing, you still okay with Igbuka over J-Mo and Pickens? Yeah, I think so. I don't think it makes a big difference.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah.
Floppy wagon. Have Judkins Jones at running back, Henry at tight end, Josevich at the flex. Wait, what? Bowers and Emmanuel Wilson on the bench? All right, we need to change something here.
Yeah. Bowers over Henry. I know Henry gets the Bengals, but I'm not sitting Bowers for Hunter Henry at tight end. I'm not flexing Yoshi over. Well, okay, you know what? Well, no, because I'm not flexing. Let's put Emmanuel Wilson in over Yoshi. Bowers over Henry, Emmanuel Wilson over Yoshi. I think everything else is fine.
Yeah, both those guys in the bench, I kind of want to start. So, Collector 2252. Good morning. Just a reminder, that's right. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And also, we do have a couple of quick reminders here for those who weren't here at the very top of the show, because we always like to start off with those reminders. Guys, before you get started with watching football today and get your lineup set, which we're helping you do, don't forget to get your picks in, and they're changing right now as we speak. I'm keeping my eye on the Underdog picks. Get your Underdog picks in. If you haven't tried Underdog yet, do it now. You still get the free pick. It's Kyron just going higher than 0 yards. Kyron gets a yard, you win that pick, but you only get that if you're a new customer. But don't worry, existing customers, there's always profit boosts and bonuses. I mean, they keep dropping. I just got one right now on a notification. That's why it reminded me about Underdog. Like, they're like 50% profit boost. All right, I'm going to take advantage of that. But if you're new, you get the free pick here, the gimme of Kyron getting a yard. You also will get up to $1,000 of bonus cash in your account as soon as you make your first deposit as a new customer. But you have to use code ENDGAME to make sure you take advantage of that. You get the free pick, you get bonus cash, and more bonus cash, because as soon as you spend $5 towards any pick, you get another $100 in bonus funds. So all of that if you use code ENDGAME as a new customer on Underdog. So try it out. And then also I'm going to remind you about DraftLane. That's our app. And it's basically what we do here.
There we go.
There it is. It's what we do here. And don't forget, you can also use code ENDGAME in the settings wheel, and then you get 10 free points to ask your questions. Gotten questions all morning long. Let's show you what it looks like. So you can ask on the app. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend it. It's very convenient. So now, with Jacobs out, Wilson, Tracy, or Trey Tucker, but it says we need 2. So since this user is on either Yahoo or Sleeper, we can see the roster. Got Sean Tucker locked in there. Mason Taylor. Okay, we got Tyron Tracy, Emmanuel Wilson, Trey Tucker. I think Trey Tucker's okay sitting on the bench.
Yeah, Watson on the bench.
Watson, Algier, Manungai. You like any of them over Tyron Tracy, or probably not?
Yeah, probably not. No, I think you got to go Tracy. He's still the lead back there.
Yeah, Watson, a lot of weeks I would go Watson because obviously that ceiling. Don't feel a big Watson week, huh?
I mean, that's the thing about Watson. You never know. But, I mean, Tracy's the guy. Tracy's going to get the touches. He catches passes. Just feels safer.
Yeah, so definitely start Wilson. Let's keep Tracy at the other flex. No need to start Tucker. All right. So again, it's that simple. We answer your questions on there just like we do on here. But we do have a lot of questions on here still. Don't want to keep everyone waiting. Again, at this point, we have enough questions. We're going to probably have to stick to Super Chats only. So if you want your get your question answered and shown on the screen like this, Super Chat's pretty much the only choice right now for this morning, unless we happen to get caught up. So let's do Selena Ortega. Welcome back, Selena. Needs 2 running backs, Kyron, Judkins, Jones.
I'm going to go Kyron, Aaron Jones.
And then needs to flex a tight end. Wow. We got Bowers and Tyler Warren. And McBride. How do you have the 3 best tight ends in all of football?
Right. I think I'm going Bowers this week. Yeah, Warren against the Chiefs. That's not great.
Yeah, not great. Let's go Bowers. And then Flowers and CD receiver. That's good. London. Don't ask why. I just did. Sorry. Hey, not a bad problem to have. I remember this. I remember like, why can't you trade one? And it just didn't work. All right. Then K7D has Juwan Johnson and Hunter Henry. Okay, so who to start between Juwan Johnson and Hunter Henry? And then should I drop the other for a stash?
Yeah, I would definitely drop the other for a stash. I would start Hunter Henry this week just because he gets the Bengals. Drop Juwan. Although, I don't know, because like you might want to play Juwan next week and not Hunter Henry. So well, I might just hold both tight ends. Or if you don't care, you can just roll with Juwan Johnson this week and drop Hunter Henry. But I prefer Hunter Henry this week against the Bengals.
I mean, yeah, against the Bengals, there's no guarantee Hunter Henry does anything. Juwan Johnson, I feel almost as good about. I might just drop Henry, right? Just go with Juwan Johnson. That way you can go with Juwan Johnson going forward, you know?
Yeah, and then pick up Tootin because if something happens to Etienne, you're going to want, like, Tootin's going to be the number 1 waiver ad, no doubt about it.
All right, EAW. The return league flex. Ramondre, Pearsall, Hollins, or pick up Charlie Jones. This is the one where
Charlie Jones. Okay, I can say with absolute certainty, this is our first Charlie Jones question ever.
Ever. Yes.
Ever. Averaging 15 points. Well, screw it. Just go with Charlie Jones then, I guess.
Well,
I mean, are these guys going to get you 15 points? I don't know.
No, they're not. I mean, they're not. Maybe going forward, Pearsall, but just go with the guy you know is going to get you points.
Yeah.
That's the league I remember where Chimere DK is like the MVP.
Yeah, he's like the wide receiver 2 or something.
Yeah. Money Mitch, DJ, or Baker?
I'll just go Baker here. I can't feel good about Daniel Jones on the road against the Chiefs.
Yeah. And then so when do I start grabbing my defenses? If you're talking playoffs, I still think it's a little soon, but let's wait one more week. Yeah. CJ, 3402, Judkins or Kyron?
Kyron.
Yep, definitely Kyron. Let's go to John Wickering. Got the membership again. Thank you, John. Cannot appreciate you enough. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can hit. We need a running back and a receiver that's not the most obvious on the list to score a touchdown. So, I mean, if they're not just top 3, I don't think that's a long shot. But who do you like that isn't the most obvious?
Well, yeah. I mean, how deep do we have to go here? Like,
well, like I think like Chris Olave. I love him this week. I think Olave could score. I'll go Olave. Let's see what else.
I like Diggs. I like Diggs to score this week at wide receiver. Jameson. I like Jameson to score this week at wide receiver.
I mean, is Kyron? He's not top 3, I don't think. Kyron seems to score pretty much every week.
Kyron's always a good pick. I like Etienne to score too.
All right, and then
Emmanuel Wilson. How about Emmanuel Wilson? I like Emmanuel Wilson to score that Packers offense.
Well, yeah, you know what? If they're going to score, it's probably going to be in the running game. So they're not going to change their philosophy. All right, there you go. There you have it. I think that's enough. AKG Fearless. Here we go. My boy, Xavier Restrepo, active for the game. Catching passes. I thought about taking the Xavier Restrepo higher than a touchdown. And I thought maybe I'm wasting my money.
Yeah.
Dallas Goedert,
I hope that
Rome
one's like,
Odunze.
I hope you get like 10x on that one.
Well, exactly. I mean, you know what? I'll throw a few bucks on it. All right, but anyways, Restrepo, Goddard, Odunze, Cup. It's got to be
Odunze. One of these is not like the others. Odunze.
I'd love just putting Restrepo in that company where he belongs. Just wait. It's going to happen. Travis, welcome back. Javante or Genti or Wilson. I mean, I guess we assume that's Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that that's Emmanuel Wilson. If so, I'm going to go Emmanuel Wilson this week. I mean, Genti and Javante just in such tough spots.
Yeah, exactly. Those guys normally would go over him, but Emmanuel Wilson getting all the touches. Let's go Wilson. Let's talk about Mike 3102, longtime listener, maybe first time caller.
Thank you.
Got a question: Tyron Tracy Jr. or Sean Tucker, or two?
I would go Sean Tucker.
Yeah, Sean Tucker is the guy with the most upside here. There you go, Mike. John now has a question here. John Wickering, that is. Genti, Rashad White, Tucker, Singletary, pick one.
Oh, man. Like, where is the line? Where is the line?
I think it's definitely not with this group. Definitely not Singletary.
No, it's like, where's the line? Like, where's the Ashton Genti line? Like, is this too low? Is Sean Tucker too like I don't love Ashton Genti this week, of course, going against the Browns, but I don't think I can put Sean Tucker ahead of Ashton Genti. I know I know it's hard, like, oh, he's coming off that big game, but I don't think I can do it.
All right. No, I don't think so either. Like, this realistically is either Tucker, take a chance on Tucker again, or Genti. I'm going Genti.
Yeah.
Phil the vibe. What's up, Phil? Okay, 6 and 5. Here's the squad. Walker on the bench, but I don't think. I mean, Walker over Brees would be the only possible.
Nah, I'm still going Brees.
Yeah, that's the only dilemma here. I like Walker, but I don't think I'm going to put Brees on the bench for him. Eric Sanchez. One running back, one flex. Rico Hendy, Javante Igbukah.
Man, I'm going Rico Hendy. Tap PPR. I'm going Rico Hendy.
Yeah, I got some good players going to be on the bench, but it's the first two. And then we have. Okay, how would you say that? Iniktai?
Sure.
All right. Monty or Bam?
I think I'm just going to go Monty in a good matchup here.
Mooney or Yoshi?
I think it's got to be Mooney. He should be the wide receiver one there.
Yeah. Gotta take a chance on Mooney. All right. And then Bertrand, I believe is the one that we just did on DraftLane. Both are full PPR. Emmanuel Wilson or Swift?
Wilson. If you don't want to be all in on Emmanuel Wilson, I'm okay with Swift. Like, if you want to go Swift and then Wilson in the other one, but I would prefer Wilson over in both of them.
Yeah, and again, he's not Josh Jacobs, but in that offense, he's going to get a ton of usage. He's been good. I would just go Wilson and Wilson. All right, I don't feel a huge Swift game. Juice wants to know Bam or Dobbs in PPR.
Dobbs.
Yeah. And Mario Cuellar, Mooney or Mondre?
I mean, assuming it's assuming it's full or half PPR, I'll go Mooney. If it's non-PPR, maybe I'll go Ramondre.
Yeah, that's fair. If it's non-PPR, you can go Mondre, hope for a touchdown. Don't know if Mooney has a chance to score a touchdown. He could. But yeah, I lean Mooney here. And then B65154. That's Esteban. What's up, Esteban? And not forget that avatar. Drop one. What? Remember, this is the league where he's got like 5 quarterbacks and all. Okay. But you can drop Flacco, can't you?
Drop Flacco. I mean, there's a good chance we see Burrow on Thursday.
Yeah. So you can drop Flacco. Pick 3, Tet Rome, T, Jennings, JMO, Myers.
I'm going to go Rome, Tet, T.
Pick 3 of those guys. CMC, Rico Genti, Chase Brown, Hendo, and Emmanuel Wilson.
Wow. CMC, Rico, Hendo.
And then just to make it more fun, you have to sit one of the best tight ends, either Kittle or Bowers.
Are you the only guy in your league, Stefan?
No.
I'm gonna sit Bowers.
Yeah. Kittle in a great spot. The short season. What's up? Baker or Love?
Baker.
And then P, who is always tired 24/7. I love it. He's like always tired, but he's got someone doing like some crazy like motorcycle race.
Like MotoGP. Is that UP? Do you do Moto? Well, I mean, it might not be like the full, but you do. It's crazy. I watched that. I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah. I mean, can't be too tired if you're doing that. AJB or Odunze?
Odunze.
Yep. Like Odunze. John just dropping the super sticker.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
All right. I don't need to see. I know the super chat is down there. Here's Rodney Woods. How's it going, Rodney? All right. Tough one. 3 receivers, 2 flex, and a tight end. We got Judy. That's an easy. No. Yosevich, Pearsall. Wow. Okay. I think you need to be mentally prepared for this. Judy, Yosevich, Pearsall, Van Jefferson, Mac Hollins, Bam Knight, Chris Godwin, Brock Wright, Mason Taylor, or could pick up Burden or Leggett.
For wide receivers, I'm going to go Pearsall, Yoshi. You know what? Just give me Leggett against 49ers. Pick up Leggett. You can drop Mac Hollins. Booty's back. You can drop Mac Hollins.
We need 2 flexes.
I'm going to flex Bam Knight. Oh, my gosh. I might just flex Judy and hope. At least he is like the wide receiver 1. I can't flex Van Jefferson. I can't flex Burden yet, I don't think. And then between Brock Wright, Mason Taylor, I'll take Brock Wright in the Lions offense this week.
Yeah, for what it's worth, you would think Shitter Sanders would actually target wide receivers, not just tight ends. So he could go to Judy. That might be his guy, right? Might be like,
right.
Go to my number 1 receiver. Good luck, Rodney. Lex Dad. Aaron Jones. Probably Sean Tucker or Monty.
Man. Oh, Lex Dad, this is tough. This is really tough for me. It's like Aaron Jones likely to get the most touches here, but toughest matchup. David Montgomery probably going to get the fewest touches here, but best matchup. And then Sean Tucker falls somewhere in between. We'll get a decent amount of touches. It's not a great matchup. Oh, man. I think I'm just going to take Aaron Jones's touches here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put Monty last in this group. So again, take a chance on Tucker, or when I say take a chance, I mean a chance that he actually does something close to last week. He'll get touches, right? It's not a great spot for him. Aaron Jones, is going to get touches. Also, pretty tough matchup. So, yeah, I think Aaron Jones makes the most sense. Mario, I know this chat was from a while ago, but no, Josh Jacobs is out. So,
yep.
Melissa Christopher has a question. Here it is. Pick 2, Judkins, Tucker, Emmanuel Wilson, or Myers.
I'm going to go Emmanuel Wilson, and here I think I can go Tucker. Just so much risk for Judkins with Shedeur. Like you said, what if the offense is just a complete disaster?
Yeah. Yep. All right, we got Alex Matos, Baker or Darnold, not just this week, but rest of the season too.
Well, I don't know about rest of the season because I haven't looked at the schedules enough here to know, but this week, Darnold.
Yeah, definitely Darnold this week. I'm going to go Baker rest of the season just because I think they're getting closer to full strength, right? I'd still have faith in Baker. I think I would generally go him. But again, if you have both, just play matchups. All right, Dro, who loves to hate. We had this earlier to super chat. I don't know if we did the defense.
Yeah, I think so. I remember this. I remember these exact 3 defenses, and we said Pats.
Yeah, we did answer that. All right, there you go. And then the OG Flyouts Kane dropped Justice Hill. No regrets there for Blake Corum. Yes. Start him over Alec Pierce? No, not this week.
No.
All right. Andy Fan Vlogs. His question shall be below, and here it is. What's up? Kings. Wow. I don't know if we deserve that. In 14-man is 9-2. It looks like you're the king. Have Caleb, Bijan, Judkins, Puka, Dortch, Bannon, and Godwin, who is playing, but I don't know if you want to play him, even in a 14-teamer. Have Young, Coker, Lovin, and Cornwell on my bench. Well, I don't know. I mean, you can put a guy like Coker in over Godwin.
I will say Coker does have a sneaky good matchup this week. 49ers been getting crushed by slot wide receivers. I'd probably put Coker in over Godwin. I need to see Godwin first.
Yeah, and at least, like I said, they're going to throw it, probably have to throw it a ton. Bryce Young threw it a ton last week. It didn't make it for a big Jalen Coker week. Leggett went off. But anyways, yeah, I think so. It's just hard to start Godwin. And he's in the situation. I see why Andy's saying down here, Ladd and Sutton are on bye. Okay, so that explains it. And you wouldn't go Bryce Young over Caleb, though, I doubt, right?
No, definitely not.
What about Loveland versus Fannin?
I would go Loveland.
Yeah, I just
don't want to risk that Browns offense, which should if Shedeur is great, awesome. Then we can feel good rest of the season. But this week, let's not take a chance.
Yeah. I know Fannin or Njoku this week. So let's do that. So Coker and Loveland make the cut over Godwin and Fannin. Jacob Gearhart. AJB or Michael Wilson?
Oh, man. Jeez. I mean, on one hand, AGB gets the Cowboys. On the other hand, they play a ton of zone, which isn't good for AGB. Michael Wilson gets the Jags, who have struggled against outside wide receivers, but he's Michael Wilson with Jacoby Brissett. I can't do it, can I? Like, if it's my team and I'm staring at Michael Wilson and AJ Brown, am I really clicking Michael Wilson? I mean, is this where we're at?
I know what you mean. And that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, I could definitely see Wilson doing better, but AJ Brown always has that big play upside. I think if it's my team, I'm starting AJ Brown.
Yep, same.
M. McCann, 78. Start Purdy or Caleb?
Purdy.
Yeah, definitely like Purdy better. And then let's see. All right, fine. Jay Cino, 3419. Since you love the show, let's help. Should I start Wilson or Tuden at RB2?
Wilson.
Yeah.
Jacobs is out.
Bob wants to know this. Okay, so it says the Josh Allen owner picked up Purdy to block his opponent. Well done. If Purdy's sent to waivers, should I pick him up? He's got Baker and Daniel Jones.
I would take Purdy over both those guys rest of the season. Purdy has a great rest of the season schedule.
I think if you're going to drop one, to me, it's Jones. That's the guy I'm going to drop. He's kind of trending down. I think Baker will get better. Twan Hart needs an RB2. Unfortunately, the options are Michael Carter, Tony Pollard, or Devin Singletary.
Man. I might just go Michael Carter now with everybody hurt except for Bam Knight for the Cardinals. I mean, Singletary could always score, but man, against the Lions, I know the Cardinals have a bad matchup too against the Jags, but Carter catches passes. I'll go Carter, I think.
I don't know if I want to trust that card backfield. I'll probably just take whatever Singletary gives me, because at least we know he's getting touches and has touchdown upside. All right, here's Phil. Waiver wire players, is that right? Bench. Out. Why is Kendrick Bourne? Why does it say Kendrick Bourne wide receiver 2? Any drop for a better win?
Yeah, drop Kendrick Bourne and pick up Dobbs and play Dobbs.
Yeah, Kendrick Bourne doesn't need to be started.
Doesn't even need to be rostered.
Doesn't need to be rostered. Yeah. Anything else? Is Sean Tucker on waivers? Is that right?
Sean Tucker?
That's surprising. Like, I could drop Charbonnet for Tucker.
Well, I don't know, because my worry with Tucker is like it sounds like Bucky's back next week. Even Schefter tweeted out. Like, you're not starting Sean Tucker. Well, you're flexing Manon guy?
Well, that's true. He says bench. Yeah, but do you want to drop a Nunn guy?
No, but I'll say this. Like, Loveland is on your bench, which means you have a better tight end. I will drop Loveland to pick up Sean Tucker.
Oh, that's a good point.
And I will flex Sean Tucker.
Good point.
And then look, Dak is on your bench, which means, like, do you have Lamar? I would drop Dak and pick up Tootin.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he's got Lamar on almost every team. So
yeah, I would drop Dak, pick up Tootin, drop Loveland, pick up Tucker, drop Bourne, pick up Dobbs. I would put Dobbs at wide receiver 2. I would flex Tucker, and I would have Tootin on my bench because he's a very high-end handcuff. I mean, I don't even know if he's a handcuff because he has standalone value.
All right, there you go, Phil. Put in some work. You got an hour. C. Rosa. Flex 1, Yoshi, Gainwell, Warren, Sharbs, and then tight end is Cade Otton. The league is hogging tight ends. That's a terrible league. To keep or pick up one like Hawk and Joku, Musgrave, Muth, Knox.
Nah, Otton's fine, and I'm flexing Warren.
You know what? You did the smart thing. You don't go crazy to have whatever tight end is like the tight end 8. It's like, come on, you stream these guys. You're doing it right, so don't worry. Okay, and you said Warren to flex, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Jedi Call needs a flex that could unpredictably go off. Mooney, Pittman, Judkins, Sharps.
I mean, I don't even like. It's not like these aren't like I thought we were gonna get like complete dice rolls here. These are at least like semi-good players.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think the one that could unpredictably go off, and I know this is going to suck, is Charbonnet because he's got the good matchup. And if he gets like 2 touchdowns, but I can't start Charbonnet over a guy like Pittman or Judkins. I can't start Mooney over Pittman or Judkins. To have PPR, I'd probably just take a chance on Judkins here against the Raiders.
Yeah, it's like, I think if Mooney went off, that would still not necessarily be predictable. Like, do we really expect him to go off? I'm going to take a chance on the guy who could have a big boom game. It's Mooney, right? If he gets a ton of targets, that's the guy I think has the highest ceiling. S. Troyer got the membership for a month. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jalen Warren or Emmanuel Wilson?
I think with Jacobs out, we're going to go Emmanuel Wilson here.
Yeah, this one's close. This one's definitely a tough one. I got like Wilson enough. Collector now. How holdable is Cortland Sutton rest of season now with Troy Franklin getting as many targets?
Cortland Sutton is not droppable to me. Unless you're in like a 6-team or 8-team league or something like that, or maybe a very shallow 10-team league where like you have very shallow benches. very shallow rosters. Other than that, he is not dropping.
Right.
Let's not pour dirt on Cortland Sutton already.
Yeah, it's easy to forget because they didn't play this week or whatever, but he's going to be fine. I Nick Ty, flex Jacoby or Downs or Trey Tucker.
I'll just take whatever Jacoby gives me here.
Yeah, Jacoby. And then this is Amos Moses, which I think is Cody. Emmanuel Wilson over Pickens or Sean Tucker. I'm going to do Wilson over both. I know.
I can't do it over Pickens. I can't. Like if you do it, you do it. It's fine. I get it. But what if they put Quinion Mitchell on? What if they're like, okay, that didn't work last time. CD went off. Let's put Quinion Mitchell on CD and Pickens. He just man, I can't do it.
Yeah. Look, at least I know Wilson is going to be getting all the touches here. Touchdown upside. I mean, I'm going Wilson, but if you want Pickens, that's fine too. Collector, would you drop Wandale for either Pearsall or Godwin in a non-PPR league?
Yeah, it's still. Oh yeah, Wandale in non-PPR loses all value. I would take I want Pearsall still. I want the guy in the 49ers offense.
Even if this was PPR, I'm going to want Pearsall. Non-PPR, get Wandale out of there. 10-team non-PPR.
Yeah, get Wandale out of there.
And the return of Shellback Toy Rewind. All of you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans, not kidding. This is a place to go. Check it out. Shellback Toy Rewind. All right. Flex 1, Igbuka, Chase Brown, Ted or Diggs.
Oh, man. I mean, 3 of these guys are going to be on your bench. That is brutal. I think I'm going. I'm going to go Ted, but man, I hate this decision. I hate that you have this decision. Like, this is one of those teams where it's like, oh, look, I had, 3 guys go nuclear on my bench.
Yeah, I don't know why you can only flex one of these guys.
Right. How are these your, like, what's your starting lineup look like that these are your flexes?
Yeah. We'll go Rams. All right. Go Rams. I don't mind the Rams. Sorry, I know I didn't have to put this up, but I'm going to. We talked about the Aaron Rodgers, how absence might affect the team. What about Boswell? Do you sit Boswell without Rodgers and take a swing with Jake Elliott?
I don't know. Like, does the offense completely change because Rodgers is out? I don't think so.
I think it's fine. You can go with Boswell. All right, say it again. Emmanuel Wilson over Swift?
Yes.
Then we have Nadraj B. Feels like a must win. Need a receiver, running back, flex, Yoshi, Myers, Watson, Jennings, Tootin, Stevenson. 3 of those guys.
I'm going to go Jennings at wide receiver, Tootin at running back, and I'll probably just take whatever. It's half PPR. I'll probably still just take whatever Jacoby gives me. If you want to shoot for more upside, you can put Watson in.
True. Myers gets you a floor. I don't mind Myers this week. Then Jake the Snake. Emmanuel Wilson, Aaron Jones.
Emmanuel Wilson. Man, don't bust today, Emmanuel Wilson, please.
Right. Devin Fulton. Bannon or Brock Wright?
I'll just take a chance on Brock Wright. At least he's got Jared Goff and he's in that Lions offense. Again, I hope Shedeur lights it up today. I hope Shedeur looks great. I hope tomorrow morning all the talk around the NFL circles is can the Browns bench Shedeur after this? Like, they got to roll Shedeur, right? I hope that's what it is, but I don't think that's what it's going to be. I'll just take Brock Wright.
Right. Laporta being done for the season, that was a rough blow. All right, then we got Mario, better tight end question. Mario Cuellar, Juwan Johnson, or Dallas Goedert?
I like Juwan, but I don't really have a compelling reason to bench Goddard against the Cowboys.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's like, okay, the guy who's a little more valuable to his offense, like the target share, right? The target share should favor Juwan Johnson, or the guy who's in the really good offense and the really good team versus the guy who's on the, no offense, juice, the Saints. I think Goddard still more upside. G for Gamer Kid, Caleb or Jones?
Caleb this week.
And then Steve Ratchik, DK Goddard worthy for the flex.
Well, I'll go DK here reluctantly. Glad we haven't had a lot of DK questions. That's good.
No, we haven't. Let's go DK here. Tracy or Algier?
I think, again, you got to go with the running back getting more touches. That's Tracy. Let's go Tracy.
Right. More guaranteed touches. And then let's see. I think this real quick. Manuel Garcia, Juwan Johnson, or Cade Otton?
Juwan Johnson.
Yeah. And then we got MJ in Santa Fe. Play 2. Pearsall, Trey Tucker, Watson, or DK?
I'm just going to go Pearsall and Watson.
Pearsall and Watson, yeah. DK, not a guy you want to start. DK going to lose his job to Xavier Restrepo. Maybe. Trust Loke, Tucker or Addison. Now this one, I don't know if it's Trey Tucker because you're talking about receivers.
Yeah, if it's Trey Tucker, I'll take a chance on Addison. If it's Sean Tucker, I'll go Sean Tucker.
Fannin or Loveland. I think earlier we said Loveland.
Yeah, just take a chance. At least Loveland has Caleb Williams. And then Purdy over Baker.
Purdy over Baker this week. All right. B. Johnson, 8820. You don't got London or Jacobs. Pick any two if by some stretch of the imagination you would like 2 tight ends. Theo Johnson, Hunter Henry, Brenton Strange, Luther Bird, and Harold Fannin. Well, they're all tight ends.
I was going to say I might pick 2 tight ends because you only have 1 non-tight end here, so I probably have to pick 2 tight ends. I'm going to go Hunter Henry. I'm just going to go Hunter Henry and Theo Johnson. Like Luther Burden, I don't know. Too soon.
Yeah. Pats or Lions defense?
Give me the Lions at home against Jameis. I mean, at least the Pats, at least with the Bengals, like they have potentially a good offense. What is this Giants offense going to do?
Not good. Back to Nadraj B. He's behind the 8 ball. Needs an RB, wide receiver, and a flex. Henderson, Dowdle, Flowers. One of the Jay Williams, maybe Jameson, and a Dunze.
I'm gonna go Dowdle at running back. Odunze at wide receiver, and if I'm gonna flex whatever Jay Williams that is. Well, that's not true. Actually, no, I'm gonna flex Henderson. Take it back. Dowdle, Odunze, Henderson.
Yeah, I want both those running backs in the lineup there. All right. Justin Manson is needing either Parker Washington or Ricky Pearsall.
I'll just take a chance on Pearsall here.
Then we have 66 pace setter.
This is Russell, right? I think it's Russell.
Yeah, it's Russell.
Yeah.
Should I flex him over Kamara? Jacobs is not available.
I would not flex Jacobs. He's out today. Let's go Kamara.
But for what it's worth, Kamara is in a good spot. I actually like Kamara this week, so you're good with Kamara. Yeah, definitely not just Russell, but everybody. Make sure any league that you might have Josh Jacobs, make sure you get him out of your lineup for something.
Yes.
He is out. Miranda, 90. Hall, Walker, or Hunt, we need 2.
I'm going to go Hall and Walker, although I do really like Hunt this week. But I can't put him over those guys.
Yeah. All right, then Rusty picked up Emmanuel Wilson. Can you plug him in over Judkins? I think you can. I mean, I know I would.
Yeah, I would too.
Cali Kid with JD on waivers. Could you drop Darnold or Caleb to get JD to stash? I mean, if it's just a stash, why not?
Yeah, whoever you're not starting this week, You can drop. Who do I start between Darnold and Caleb? I don't know. I think I would prefer Caleb rest of the season. So I probably just drop Darnold, pick up JD, and roll with Caleb this week.
And then drop a none guy for Benson or C-Rod.
Why? Is Benson coming back next week? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that Benson should be more valuable if he comes back and he's the guy in Arizona. Yeah, he definitely has more upside, but we don't know that yet. So let's just wait this week. Chris K909I, Dobbs, Jacoby, Tootin, Godwin.
Out of this group, I like Dobbs, assuming it's PPR. If it's non, I'll go Tootin.
Yep. And then we got Keel 666 Bikes. Who should I play with Lamb? It's Justin Jefferson or Chris Olave. Oh,
I'm going Olave this week. I'm going Olave.
That's, man, again, I hate the thought of putting Justin Jefferson on your bench, but I love Olave this week, so let's do it. Olave it is. All right, let's, by the way, just a reminder, we're stuck in the super chats because we got 45 minutes left, which feels like a lot of time, but we're still catching up on questions from 45 minutes ago because we've had that many. So keep in mind, you definitely want your question answered. Super chat's pretty much the only way to go right now. We'll do as many as we can. Halal Sobe, Flex, Tootin, Tucker, Watson, Sharp, Stevenson.
Is that Sean Tucker? If that's Sean Tucker, I'm going Sean Tucker. If it's Trey Tucker, I'll probably go Tootin.
Yeah, just a quick reminder, just earlier, but like if there's multiple Tuckers, there's multiple Williams, even Jay Williams, there's multiple Jones. So if you can clarify if it's a player, like if it's Charbonnet, it's okay. You don't have to put his first name. But if it's a Tucker or a Jones or, a Smith, let's just clarify so that we know who we're talking about. This makes it easier. And let us know, too, if it's a flex question, if it's PPR, half, or non. That also matters. Joshua Martinez needs a flex. Mooney, Warren, Wilson, Pierce, Tootin. Also, there's multiple Wilsons. This could be Michael Wilson. It could be Emmanuel Wilson. This one says M. Wilson, thankfully. Devonta Smith.
Well, it says E. Wilson. It says E. Wilson and M. Wilson. So
yeah,
I'm gonna flex Emmanuel Wilson there.
Yeah, well, Marks, had to take a chance. And we didn't know about Emmanuel Wilson. So,
right. But I'm going to flex Emmanuel Wilson.
All right. What's up? All right. Not super chat. We got to say what's up to Birdman. He's in the house. Thank you, Birdman. Always appreciate you being here. Okay. We have now Thug Panda, a K Young Tree Bear. 1451. 1 point PPR. Kamara or Tucker?
Ooh, man.
You like Kamara? I thought you'd easily go Kamara.
I mean, I do like Kamara. I don't know if I could say easily Kamara, but I'll go Kamara.
Okay. And then we got a wide receiver 2 in a flex. AJB, Jennings, Pierce, or one of those.
All right, this probably makes it a little easier. I mean, I do like Jennings, but I think I just go AJB Tucker.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm trying to wrap my head around a Thug Panda. I don't know if I can picture that, but maybe
Panda does not look very thuggish, but I don't know. Maybe he's like one of those, he looks unassuming, but then you don't want to mess with him. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe like Panda from Jujutsu Kaisen. Like he's kind of a thug, but Money Mitch says we seem really down on the San Francisco defense. Well, they're not very good.
Because they're not very good.
Do I drop them for the Jags? Arizona, Bears, Saints, Eagles, or Chiefs?
Well, I got bad news for you, Money Mitch. There's no such thing as surefire production from a defense. I think I like the Bears this week.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of good options here. You don't need to go with the Niners. Bears this week have the best matchup, and then going forward, when they don't play teams like the Cowboys, the Eagles defense legit. Here's Elijah Salinas. How's it going?
Oh no.
Well.
Well, okay. Well, here it comes. I was really high on Tet this week, but now we have gotten it wrong every week the last 3 weeks. So now this means Tet is gonna bust because I'm saying yes, we're starting Tet this week.
And I even just put one of my pick'ems from Underdog. I went higher on Tet, so there you go. Kiss of death.
I think Elijah. I don't know if you watched a panic video, but I even said on there, I apologize to you, and I said whatever we say, just do the opposite. So I guess don't start Tet this week.
No, legitimately, we mentioned you, right? We talked about this like by name. We were like, man, we feel like we should just give him a refund.
I know.
Like,
how do we refund you? We should refund you.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah. So maybe the Magic 8-Ball might have better luck here. I Nick Ty again. Needs a wide receiver, a running back, and a flex. Jacoby, Yoshi, Mooney, Tucker, Bam, Monty, Slayton, AJ Barner.
I'm gonna go Monty at running back. I'm gonna flex Bam out of this group, and then probably should be Mooney at wide receiver, but I'm fine just taking Jacoby here and just not even risking it. I'm okay just being like, nah, I'll just take whatever Jacoby gives me, not risking it.
Yeah, I don't want to flex Barner. Can't feel great about Slayton. The one, yeah. Look, I'll take a chance on Mooney with this group, right? Hope he does something. Think Jacoby for floor. I go Bam just because he's still their lead back. James Cavell, pick one. Shaheed, Tucker, or Spears. Maybe it doesn't matter which Tucker it is. I think I'm just going to go with one of the Tuckers.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with a Tucker here. Hopefully it's Sean, but even if it's Trey Tucker, I'll take a chance.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Jason Burris, Pierce, or Emmanuel Wilson. Says it's PPR.
Yeah, I'm still going to go Emmanuel Wilson here. Not a great spot for Alec Pierce this week.
Yeah. Stiggy Green, Mayfield, or Flacco.
Mayfield.
Yeah, it's not feel great about Flacco this week. Are you flexing your booty, Chase Brown or Worthy?
Chase Brown.
Okay. And then we have Michael Cazares, Emmanuel Wilson, Yoshi, or Myers.
Wilson.
Agree with that. It's really hope he does well.
Yes.
And then we have, it's worth it, right? You got to find out.
Yeah.
Antonio Castaneda with a super chat. Thank you. Antonio also wants to make sure everyone has a happy Sunday. All right.
Yes.
And Antonio now has a question. Needs one. A Tucker or Dobbs?
If it's Sean Tucker, I'll go Sean Tucker. If it's Trey Tucker, I'll go Dobbs.
Where it matters. Alan R. Pick a flex in QB. Stafford or May? That's actually close.
Man.
Really close.
I do like Stafford this week, but I think you got to go May against the Bengals. How do you sit May?
Yeah, Stafford in a good spot, but exactly. How can you sit May? Even if it's just a floor game, the floor should be pretty high. And then Wilson, Jones, Pearsall, Tracy.
Again, I think got to take a chance on Emmanuel Wilson with no Jacobs. See what he can do.
Yeah, it's one of the first two, one of the Wilsons. I think it's Emmanuel Wilson too. All right, now Phil, the 4-7 team. 2 receivers in the flex between Dobbs, Pittman, Worthy, Gainwell, Kamara, Michael, and Emmanuel Wilson.
Man, it sucks we got to bench Kamara here. I'm going to go Emmanuel Wilson at the flex. I think you got to go Michael Wilson, and I don't think I can put Dobbs over Pittman. I'm going to go Michael Wilson, Pittman, and Emmanuel Wilson.
All right, there you go. Cesar Perez, Jennings, Pierce, Sean Tucker. Thank you for clarifying for wide receiver 2 or flex.
Jennings and Tucker.
And then Jones or Judkins.
I'll go Aaron Jones here.
All right, and then let's go to J Mac 81. Always love the old school logo. Have Sean Tucker, Tracy, Emmanuel Wilson, and Watson. We need a running back and a flex.
I'm going to go Emmanuel Wilson and Tucker.
There you go. Pretty easy. And then we got LPD 99. Wandale or Michael Wilson?
Wilson.
No Land Beyond. Emmanuel Wilson, Travion Henderson, Judkins, and Tyler Ward?
Yeah, I got to take a chance on Travion Henderson here against the Bengals. Too much upside to bench.
Yeah, that's, man, tough to sit Emmanuel Wilson, but yeah, Travion is almost a must start. All right. All right, Shelly needs to live up to her team name. Needs to flex one. Is it Etienne, Kamara, or T-Mac?
I'm going to go T-Mac.
Come on, T-Mac, come through here. All right. Christopher Larice.
Is great.
That's a good name. My super flex. Wow. Okay. Caleb, Hendo, Jay Williams. One of the Jay Williams.
Look, I like Henderson this week. I like Jameson or Javonte, but Caleb in Superflex should be more than fine. I'm like, if Caleb is my QB2 in Superflex, I'm never really thinking about my QB2 spot unless he's playing maybe the Texans or something.
I mean, again, hate having Henderson on the bench. Could have a monster, ridiculous game. I mean, there's nobody else you can swap out, like who else do you have at running back and flex? Like who's in your lineup, I agree. I mean, you have to start a guy like Caleb who's going to have a decent game at least. He doesn't even have to have a big game. All right, we got big fellow 24 needs 2 between DK, Godwin, DJ Moore, Charbonnet, or Kamara.
I think I'm just going to go Kamara and Charbonnet here.
Yeah, Kamara is clearly the first option. It's DJ Moore or Charbonnet, one of those two. I guess because it's the Titans, we'll go Charbonnet. Well, I do see a super chat from Stephen Jackson. I don't see the question yet, so we're going to keep looking. Rusty, Judkins or Emmanuel Wilson?
Emmanuel Wilson.
Yep.
Please don't bust today, Emmanuel Wilson.
No, he's going to get all the runs, so I mean, I would hope. If we see Chris Brooks get 10 carries, yeah.
That would be terrible. Come on, Chris Brooks. No, please no.
Money Mitch. All right, here we go again. Just doubting why DJ. Oh, it's about Daniel Jones higher than Baker. Well, Baker is not in a good spot. The Rams defense has been pretty good. But I don't know if DJ is projected 20. That seems high. I wouldn't project him for that high, but because he runs, that's the only thing.
That high either. I don't know. I mean, look, maybe your league has some weird scoring settings. Maybe rushing has is weighted heavier for QBs. I don't know, but I don't feel good about Daniel Jones on the road against the Chiefs. I don't really care about the projections.
Right. Yeah, don't worry too much about that. Like between Jones and Baker, I don't know if he's asking, who do you like better?
I mean, I like Baker, but I don't really like either this week. So, but between the two, I'll take Baker because, I mean, that could turn into an absolute shootout.
Right. Playing Brock Wright. Okay. Should I play Barner, Fant, or Strange instead?
I don't know. I mean, look, you got Brock Wright in there. I guess I can't say I feel much better about Barner. I definitely not fan with Gesicki back or Strange. I guess just roll Brock Wright. I mean, he's in the Lions offense to get the Giants there at home. Yeah, Brock Wright's fine.
Yeah, Strange could be part of that offense, but still, there's no guarantee here, so it's fine. Daniel Hart, would you drop Jennings for Watson?
No. Jennings for Christian Watson? No, I want Jennings in that 49ers offense.
Needs upside. Well, again, you had mentioned this. It's not a good schematic matchup for Christian Watson this week.
Yeah, I like doesn't Jennings have upside?
Yeah, he should. All right, now we have Daniel Natalie 9661, Pearsall or Worthy?
Oh man. I mean, Worthy is in a really good spot this week against the Colts. It's just been so brutal. I don't know. I might just take a chance on Worthy. At least he gets targets. And then I'm definitely going to go Algier over Theo Johnson.
At the flex, yeah, go Algier over Theo. Luke Steins, pick one. Sharps, Sean Tucker, or two.
Sean Tucker.
Yes, definitely Sean Tucker. The TB, Chris. Flex Booty, Rondre, or Tyrone Tracy?
I think you got to just go with Tyrone Tracy. He's getting the touches here. Booty's interesting, but I mean, that very boom bust.
Yeah, if it's PPR, again, you're looking for that potential big play, right? That touchdown, you could go with Booty, but if you're just wanting points, like at least getting something for sure, it's Tracy. And then we got Bomb Org in half, needs running back in a flex. Judkins, Kamara, JMO, K9.
I'm going to go Jameson at the flex. Oh, man. Oh, man. You know I like Kamara this week. I'm going to go Kamara at running back. Jameson, Kamara.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll do too. I know I like K9, but Kamara is not sharing really the backfield with anybody. Got a great spot. So Kamara, JMO. Super Lamo, I think. Is that okay? Emmanuel Wilson or Zay Flowers in full PPR?
I'm still going to go Emmanuel Wilson here. I'm going to take the workhorse running back.
Yeah. Zay Flowers could, but yeah, we keep saying that. Andy fan just saying thank you. Of course, that's what we're here for. Here's Stephen Jackson's question: Gainwell is flexing or Manungai, or you could go Corum, Tootin, or Burden. So who do you prefer? I don't want to put Gainwell in there. Jalen Warren is good to go. I would prefer.
Yeah, no.
Tootin, I think.
Yeah, Tootin.
I mean, no guarantees for any of these guys, but I think he has the most upside. And then the Hollywood French Bulls. Very nice. Would you start Pierce over Pittman? We had this some variation of this question earlier. I think we both said, and it was I believe. We were like Pierce for upside, touchdown upside.
Why not go Pierce again? Non-PPR Pierce, but if it's full PPR, I think I still prefer Pittman.
I mean, this really could go either way, honestly. I hate to say it, but Pierce has been coming on in terms of target share. It doesn't mean he's surpassed Pittman as the number one receiver, though, right?
Right.
All right. So if it is full PPR, then I guess the answer is no. You're going Pittman. But honestly, it's more of a gut feel thing there. Jared A. Simmons needs two tight end and a flex. Wow. Okay. Got Chase Brown, Breece Hall, Jalen Warren, Rico Dowdle, and Judkins. Got Jefferson, AJ Brown, Michael Pittman, Juwan Jennings, and then either Taylor or Loveland.
I'll probably go Loveland over Taylor. I'm guessing we're going to be flexing a running back here because at wide receiver, I'm just going to go Jefferson, AJ Brown. I think you got to go Rico. I think you got to go Chase Brown, and then I'll probably flex Jalen Warren.
All right. And then did you see the tight ends? Taylor or Loveland?
Yeah, I said Loveland.
Okay. BP Smooth now. Start at running back Tucker, or Aaron Jones. Judkins, Tucker, Aaron Jones.
I feel like we had. I feel like we had. No, we had this earlier, and I think I said Aaron Jones because I said Aaron Jones should get the touches. Tough matchup. Judkins. Oh no, I don't know if we had Judkins. Judkins also will get the touches, but in that terrible offense. But he has a good matchup. And then Sean Tucker's kind of in between. Tough matchup. Not sure about the touches. Like we think he'll get the touches, but there could be more Rashad White. I think I'm just going to go with Aaron Jones here.
All right, and then this one, Gim 70. Sharps or Tucker in standard? Well, no, I wouldn't worry. Walker hurting. They already said he's going to play. Like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm going to go Sean Tucker here.
You go Tucker here. All right, and then let's see who's next. Again, sticking to super chats and members right now. Alex B, welcome back. Monty or Pickens in PPR? Look, I don't love Pickens this week, but in PPR, I still got to go Pickens over a guy like Monty.
Yeah, definitely going Pickens here. Definitely Pickens.
And then back to Hollywood French Bulls in standard. All right, we need to flex between Pierce, Tootin, Algier, Burden, Judy, Charbonnet.
In non-PPR, I'll just go Tootin.
And yeah, and then Jamal Banks. One flex: Watson, Ferguson, Josievich, PPR. I don't love any of them in their individual spots here. Like a Yoshi could do something. I think this is a little deep for him. I don't think I could put Yoshi over those two. I would probably just go Watson and hope for that touchdown, right? Hope for that big play.
Yeah, I might be able to put Yoshi in over Ferguson though. Ferguson, tough spot against the Eagles.
Yeah, I don't love any of them, but we just need one here. So,
I thought, my bad. I thought, yeah, in that case, probably Watson. Yeah.
Nocturnal, what's up? All right, ESPN League, Flex One, Jennings, Metcalf, Mooney, or Sean Tucker. And unfortunately, no, ESPN doesn't. At least as of now, doesn't let us access their data. So if you're on DraftLane, you still just use the ask a question feature.
Oh, this is tough. I like Jennings this week. Metcalf is interesting with Rudolph and Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon not back. Tucker, obviously interesting. Oh, man, this one is really hard for me. It's PPR?
Yeah. It's PPR full. It's like Metcalf for floor, Mooney. I don't even know.
No, I think Mooney I can ignore here. It's Jennings, Metcalf, or Tucker.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Geez. I might just take. Oh, man.
If it's my team,
I might
try to stick
Tucker. I
DK.
feel like he's going to get the touches. He could score. I might just take Tucker.
Take who?
Tucker.
I mean, it's if it's my team, I probably lean DK, but I know Tucker. Tucker's going to get his chances.
This is tough. This is tough. They're all like right there for me. All very, very close.
Right. All right. Let's get it. Jamal. Swift or Wandale?
Swift.
Yeah, not too tough. Tyrone Jr. Flacco. Shuck.
Oh, man.
Holmes.
This might be the most blatant disrespect we have ever had just the disrespect to Patrick Mahomes. I'm just going to go. Mahomes at home against the Colts. This feels like a good Mahomes week. I'm going Mahomes.
Like if this was like the week before where they played the Broncos, like, all right, that's really tough on the road against Denver. This is not that tough. You got to go Mahomes here. Flacco and Shook are on waivers. Yeah, don't
They're on waivers for a reason.
Yeah. If you got Mahomes, you're good. I am Chris Ahern. All right.
All
There
right.
you go.
What's up, Chris?
Needs a running back in a flex. Which two? Judkins, Aaron Jones, Kamara, DK, AJB.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I can sit AJB here.
Then Kamara at running back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kamara at running back, AJB at the flex.
Yeah. And then we got John D'Alejandro. Welcome back. Have Baker drop a player to stream Goff. Well, you can drop Knicks. I mean, come on.
Yeah, Knicks is on bye. Drop Knicks for Goff. Play Goff.
And yes, we'll give the edge of Goff over Baker this week.
Definitely.
Should I drop players like Shahid or Pacheco? You can drop them just to drop them. Yes.
Yeah, but you don't need to have. I'll still go Ferg over Otten, but you don't need to have Baker, Knicks, and Goff on your team.
No. I'm saying you can drop guys like Shahid and Pacheco just for RB handcuffs, like a Blake Corum, like a Tank Bigsby, like a stash. All right. So yes, Ferguson and Goff. Nate Miller. Good morning. Have Monty, Aaron Jones, Dobbs, Pearsall. Pierce needs a receiver, a running back, and a flex in full.
I'm going to go Dobbs at wide receiver, and then I'm going to go Monty and Aaron Jones, running back and flex.
All right. And then we got Jamar. Who would you start? Etienne, Warren, Hall, or Emmanuel Wilson? That's a tough group.
Man, only one of these? I think I'm going. Can I go Emmanuel Wilson over Etienne? I don't think I can. I think I'm going Etienne still.
That group is really tough. Like, these guys are all really close. Etienne is a pretty good matchup. I think I'm fine with that. See, Etienne or Emmanuel Wilson. All right, let's go Etienne. That way we don't say yes to Emmanuel Wilson 100% of the time. JJ Niner, good morning. Needs two receivers, a running back, a tight end, and a flex. Ted Olave, Jennings, Genty, Rashad, Juwan Johnson, and Fannin. All right, let's start with tight end. It's Juwan Johnson over Fannin.
Juwan Johnson at tight end, Ted and Olave at wide receiver, Genty at running back, Jennings at flex.
There we go. Nice and easy. And then we've got KLJ, D2I, Michael Wilson, Wan'Dale Robinson, Mooney, Pearsall, Dobbs, Leggett, just one.
I think it's got to be Michael Wilson here.
Yeah, let's go Michael Wilson. Juice. Should I boost Judy this week? Do you think you didn't say you think he is? You just say you hope he is.
Yeah, if you're playing me in any matchups where you have Judy, please boost Judy. Please boost Judy.
Something that only you can do on DraftLane is get extra points from Jerry Judy. I mean, you can do it for other players too.
That assumes he gets a point. If he gets no points, you give no boost.
That's right, because an extra 50% of zero is still zero.
Still zero.
Joe Estrada needs a tight end. Taylor, Chig, Barner, Loveland, or Muth.
Yeah, I'll just go with Barner here and see what happens.
Yeah, not very good choices. Agree. Duval Dan, pick one. Tootin, Algier, DK.
I think Tootin is my choice here.
Yeah, Tootin here, and then Nate Miller again. Another one. Needs a flex. Judy, Booty, Tucker, or Hunt.
Man, I do like Hunt this week, but I think I got to go Tucker.
Yes. Hold on. The spam bots are out in full force. Block. Carlos Z. Here's the lineup. Here's the bench. Any changes?
Who's on the bench? K9. Oh, Judkins, Dobbs. We got St. Brown, T-Mac, Hendo, Genty. Juwan Johnson, flex, Michael Wilson. If it's it's half PPR. Yeah, I'd probably leave what you have. I don't know. Walker, Michael Wilson, half PPR. That's close, but Michael Wilson, the wide receiver, one there. I'd probably stick with what you got.
Yeah, I think so. I don't see any compelling reason to change anything. All right, and then we got Lisa Swan in half. White, Sharp, Slayton, or Tootin?
Yeah, I'll go Tootin again here. Just give me Tootin.
D-Train. Pick 2. Chase Brown, Kyron Williams, Pickens, and Tucker.
I think here I can sit Pickens and just go Chase Brown and Kyron Williams.
Yeah, mine immediately went to those first 2 running backs. Rock solid there. Dex Ryu. Kamara or Jefferson?
All right, I can't drop Jefferson this low. I'm going Jefferson.
Yeah, I mean, we like Kamara this week. Of course, it's fair to worry. Jefferson, it's not like he's done nothing, right? Francisco Alderete. Berger Goddard.
Yeah, again, Ferg in a tough matchup against the Eagles. Goddard against Cowboys. I don't really have any worries about Goddard. I'll just go Goddard.
Yeah, definitely prefer Goddard in this matchup. And then Cali Kid saying both JD and Burr are on waivers. Am I dropping any of these players or holding? You got Stafford, Jones, Tez. You don't have to hold Tez.
Nah, you don't have to hold Tez. You don't have to hold. I would drop Daniel Jones for Burrow. I would drop Tez for Rodriguez.
Yeah, do that. All right, got not even 15 minutes till kickoff. So we're going to make sure we get all the super chats answered. And then we'll see what we have time for. Gabriel Deshaun, start 1, flex 1, Olave, Henderson, Metcalf, Warren.
That's the first 2.
And Molly Wop, thank you for the reminder. Before we go, don't forget, click the thumbs up. Doesn't hurt at all. And subscribe if you haven't yet. So Molly wants some info from the Broskis, which I'm pretty sure is us. Pierce, Jacoby, Stevenson, Monungai, Ferg, or Shaheed at the flex.
I probably just, if it's my team, I probably just take whatever Jacoby gives me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just Jacoby, decent floor. Ant Bolt and PPR flex, Kenneth Walker or Romeo Dobbs.
Oh man, I mean Dobbs is fine, but I'll chase the upside for Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, this is floor ceiling, right? Dobbs will get you some points. I mean, he's got a floor. Kenneth Walker, he's got to chase the upside. T. Davis, 413, 2 flexes and a running back. Watson, Michael Wilson, Pierce, Bam, Emmanuel Wilson.
I'm just gonna go. Oh, we need 2 flexes and a running back. I'm gonna go Emmanuel Wilson. I'm gonna go both Wilsons and Bam.
Yep. All right. Nate's changing it up.
All right.
1 running back and 1 flex. Tracy, Tucker, Hunt, Booty, and Judy. Well, no, it's okay. You can keep asking questions.
I'm going to go Tucker and Hunt. Tucker and Hunt.
Tucker, running back, Hunt at the flex. Okay.
Yeah. No reason not to start, to not like Hunt this week.
All right. Then we got Mr. Ruthless. Needs a defense.
All right.
Cards, Cowboys, Chiefs, Raiders. Let's take a chance on the Raiders.
Take a chance on the Raiders. Take a chance on the Raiders.
Probably the worst actual real life defense here, but they get Shedeur Sanders and the Browns. You've got to take a chance.
Yep. Got to take a chance.
It's always about matchups with defense. Snorky. Michael Wilson or Sean Tucker?
Assuming it's PPR or half PPR, I'll go Michael Wilson. If it's non, I can go Sean Tucker.
Right. And then we got Lewis O'Connor. Start 2 of Sean Tucker, Emmanuel Wilson, or Travis Etienne.
I'm going to sit Sean Tucker here.
Yeah. Etienne is the top choice. Wilson just behind him. Matt Matheson, Parker Washington, or Trey Tucker?
I'll just take whatever Trey Tucker gives me.
Yeah, I guess so. Miguel Merks needs 2 between Kamara, Swift, K9, Henderson.
I'm going to go Henderson and Kamara.
Yes. Henderson definitely has to be one. And then between Kamara and K9, yes, I acknowledge K9's riskier. So let's go Kamara. All right. Then we got Kaleo T. 2 flexes, Flowers, Watson, Pittman.
I'm going to go Flowers and Pittman.
Yeah, I don't love Watson this week. Yeah. All right, don't worry. I'm blocking the bots. Just they keep popping up.
Come stream the NFL games over here, and then they get shut down in like 5 minutes into the game. They get shut down anyways.
Jacob Mahurin, Ferg or Hunter Henry?
Hunter Henry.
Yeah, like Ferguson is just not a good matchup here against Philly, and Hunter Henry has the best possible matchup. Most weeks it will not be Hunter Henry, but this week I think it is. Hey, Luck. Benching Hurts for Stafford? Could.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
The thing with Hurts, like he didn't have a big game statistically when they played the Cowboys, and that was even when the Cowboys, when they had like a barely NFL caliber defense, but he still ran in touchdowns. He will always potentially run in touchdowns. But Stafford is a great matchup. I mean, I think the ceiling goes to Stafford.
Yeah, it's a lot closer than it probably should be here. I wouldn't fault you if you do it. But I'm also okay just rolling with Hurts. I'm not nervous about Hurts this week or anything. It's more like I like Stafford. Right. It's not that I'm down on Hurts. It's more like I like Stafford. So, I mean, at the end of the day, these guys might just end up being very close.
Yeah, I think I could. I think I could do this. I think I could do a Stafford, but it's gonna be close either way. JJ Niner is messed up. Okay, so only needs one receiver. Should I put Olave in the flex over Jennings? Yes.
Yes.
With Ted at wide receiver 3? Yes.
Yep.
All right, so do that. This is better for you. Let's see. Got a couple minutes left. I want to make sure we get the super chats, and also we got Super Not. We got the membership. Emmanuel Wilson or Kenneth Walker?
Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah, it's close, but. Josh Brown, start 1. Walker, Pearsall, Pierce, or Bam?
Walker.
Yes, for this group, get to say Walker. All right, Phil needs another Sean Tucker or Kenneth Walker.
Close here. Ay. Man.
Wow.
It's like Kenneth Walker, better matchup, but could get Kubiak or McDonald. Sean Tucker, tough matchup, but should get the touches. I don't know. I think I still go Kenneth Walker, though. I just feel a little bit better about him for some reason.
Yes. I'm definitely going to use my bias here and say Kenneth Walker, pro Walker and anti-Tucker bias simultaneously. Cali Kid now wants to know about quarterback. What about Caleb or Darnold?
Ooh. Again, another tough one here because Darnold, it does feel like this should be a bounce back spot for Darnold. But I'm not really scared of that Pittsburgh defense either. And Caleb does run more. Darnold has been pretty bad recently. I might go Caleb here.
Yeah, this is close. I mean, Darnold clearly the better matchup, but he just might not need to pass that much. That's the problem. Like, it's super high floor, but let's go Caleb for some upside. Super Not wants to know defense, Raiders or Falcons. Falcons get the Saints, and Raiders get the Browns. You got to go Raiders.
Yeah.
And, it's not just even that the Raiders get Shedeur in his first start, but, Tyler Shuck has not turned the ball over lately since he became a starter. It's not like smash spot. And the Falcons' defense has been so bad. All right, we still got a couple minutes left, like 5 minutes till kickoff. You want to guarantee get your question answered. We're going to still do the rest of the super chats, and we're basically caught up. Benjamin Cruz, though, wants to know Igbuka or Odunze.
I'm just going to take a chance on Odunze here.
I like Odunze this week. No, I love Odunze this week. Let's do that. Let's help an old man out. Yoshi or Dobbs?
Dobbs.
Yeah. I say that because that's literally his tag.
Yeah, old man Dan.
Old man
if that's you, Dan, with all due respect, yeah, you're an old man.
Yep. But no shame in that. All right. Let's do Joshua Martinez. Warren or Emmanuel Wilson?
Man, I mean, I like Warren this week, but I think I got to take a chance on Emmanuel Wilson. Yeah, in that Packers offense.
I think the edge goes to Wilson. One thing you got to keep in mind too, Warren Gainwell is still kind of lurking. He'll take some snaps. Now with Jacobs out, I mean, come on, how many touches is Chris Brooks going to get? We're going to see a lot of them.
Hopefully not very many.
I hope not very many. At flex also got Michael Wilson or Darnell Mooney.
Michael Wilson.
Yeah, I think it's Michael Wilson here. All right, Ryan Howard, Chase Brown or Judkins in half.
Chase Brown.
Let's go Thomas Robertson, Booty or Dobbs?
Dobbs.
And then let's do a this week question. All right, let's do Ernesto. Where's Ernesto? Right here. It's always on. Tucker, Swift, or Warren?
I'm going to go Warren. I assume that's Sean Tucker, but even if it's Trey Tucker, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go Warren.
Fair enough. And then, okay, we already did that one. Who else? Benjamin Cruz. Just making sure they're not crazy. No, not crazy at all.
Man, it's fantasy football. I don't think anything's too crazy in fantasy football. You never it's fantasy football. Just the nature of it is crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced anything as crazy as fantasy football?
All the things we think make total sense. Yeah, they don't happen. Once the games start, all goes out the window. Okay, we got another super chat from RACD 19 10 teamer. All right, here's the whole lineup. We need 2 running backs, a receiver, a flex, and a tight end.
Oh man, I can't bench Adams. Adams is my wide receiver.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Emmanuel Wilson, Jalen Warren as my running backs, and then I'm gonna flex Olave.
Yeah, got to put Olave in there. Fannin or Loveland? We've been saying Loveland.
Yeah, I mean Loveland. I mean Mason Taylor. I'll just go with Loveland.
All right, and then the real question of the week: Judy or Tez?
Oh, geez, I'll just take a chance on Judy. At least he's the wide receiver 1 here.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's we get a last minute one. Not sure if we do. Julio, thank you again. DraftLane. Yeah, there are playoffs in DraftLane.
Yes.
They're getting ready to start. Like and subscribe. Exactly. Thank you for the reminder. And as always, exactly 2 minutes before the game start, Johnny Donuts reminding us that breakfast time is here. He needs a running back, though.
Again, this one. I guess Emmanuel Wilson will be the running back. I will go Pickens and Smith, Kittle at tight end, and I will flex Warren.
All right. Yes, thank you. Do not hesitate to hit the like button. Get it on the way out. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And let's give the last word today. Just saw him slide in at the very end. Where is it? Well, I'm looking for Anthony's. Where is it? I saw it. All right. Well, if I can't scroll back that far, there we go. What's up, Anthony? He's saying that the Endgame Empire will have a great week. All right. I think so. Great week. Good luck to all of you. Everybody, let's get some wins. And, of course, the worst of luck to all your enemies. Just in fantasy football, right? All right. What's up, Arthur? I still love that handle. Cows do tricks. All right, guys. We will be back before you know it, we're going to have videos coming out tonight, tomorrow, every day, like always. Don't forget to subscribe. As soon as the videos come out, our notifications, you turn them on, you'll know when that happens. All right, Adam, fine. He's begging. He's literally begging. So fine. Zay Flowers or Michael Wilson?
Michael Wilson.
There you go. Put Michael Wilson and Hunter Henry over Mark Andrews, right?
Yep.
All right. Don't forget, thumbs up if you haven't yet. Subscribe and catch us. We'll be back live on Tuesday night. And this is going to be an interesting week. This is going to be Thursday heavy football week. And so we're going to have to get those lineups set nice and early. So join us on Tuesday and Wednesday for the live shows. Good luck, everybody, in week 12. Let's get it.